I'm Snoop Dogg, and I'm giving up smoke. I know what you're thinking. Snoop, smoke is kind of your whole thing. But I'm done with it. I'm done with the coughing and my clothes smelling all funky. I'm going smokeless. Solo stove, fix 5. They took out the smoke. Now you can have a nice blaze without any clouds ruining your day. Go smokeless. Go to solostove.com. Tell them Big Snoop Dogg sent you.
Are you dealing with a personal injury? Don't go it alone. Turn to the experienced team at Phillips Law Firm. Their attorneys have helped thousands of clients get the compensation they deserve. Call Phillips Law Firm now. Call 1-800-JUSTICE or visit justiceforyou.com.
Your home is going into foreclosure and you feel like a financial wreck. You don't know where to turn for accurate information. I'm bankruptcy attorney Travis Gagne. Let's talk about some legal options. If we work quickly, we can propose a plan to save your home, modify the loan, or in many cases even eliminate your second mortgage. The consultation is free. I've helped hundreds of people just like you make informed decisions about whether to save their home or exit it on a reasonable, organized timeline. The chapter you choose sets the tone for the next chapter of your life. Please contact me today at choosetherightchapter.com. That's choosetherightchapter.com.
99.9 KISW, the Rock of Seattle. Well, this could be me someday, not knowing how to push the right buttons. There's this Atlanta woman.
Oh, no, you do a really good job of pushing buttons.
Oh, that's true.
Yes.
Yeah. In people, technology might be a different story. As this woman in Atlanta, you can check out the video on the BJ and Migs page of KISW.com. Her name's Vera. She was charged over $7,000 for a single Subway sandwich. Wow. That sandwich artist must have been a master.
Dude, when you want to double that meat, it's not cheap.
Yeah. Man.
Sorry, man, that's going to be an extra $6,999.
So how do you do that? Like, wait. How would you tip somebody $7,000? For some reason, I guess she was entering her phone number in with this transaction and put that in as the tip.
I mean, it is possible. You get so used to typing in this is my rewards code number, which is always your phone number. I can understand why maybe if you're not 100% focused on what's going on, you just started willy-nilly typing that in.
And that's the excuse she used. She totally said, I thought I was on a different part of the screen.
This was $7,112.98. I know exactly what it normally costs. It's $7.54. I was like, oh my God, how did this happen? I was like, oh my God, this is my phone number. I must have been keying it in the pad and the screen's changed. It's a lot of money. And, I'm not that big of a tipper. I'm definitely not that big of a tipper.
You're saying the sandwich isn't that great.
Yeah, she just gave everybody her digits. So there you go. If you're looking for someone who's really going to tip you really well, give Lori a call and tell her to come to your Subway.
We know her number starts with the number 7.
Yeah. Yeah, she gave the whole price. Now, granted that, obviously that's not all 7 digits, but she pretty much told you what her digits were.
Have you ever done that, though, where you accidentally gave... I have had it happen where I was the idiot and almost gave way more than a tip. Thankfully, I caught it. But I almost gave a $700 tip on a cup of coffee, or not a cup of coffee, but a couple of cups of coffee. And
it's got to be 2 cups if you're going to give $700.
A little bit more than that.
That's way more for just 1 cup.
Right. I mean, at Starbucks, that's still 10%.
It really is, yeah.
But I was typing it in, and they have those on some of these pads. They give you an iPad, and it has the button that is 2 zeros.
Sure. Oh yeah.
So you could quickly just do 7 and then hit that, and it's boom right there at $7. Well, I kept hitting other zeros, and I hit that one too. And I was about to hand it over. I'm like, a $700 tip. What am I doing here?
Yeah, they gotta figure that out. Are we gonna have the double zeros, or does it do it for you?
Do they have to figure it out, or do we have to figure it out and just be smart enough to realize I hit the right button or I hit the wrong button?
But the thing is if people are doing it differently, that's a tough one because you just get used to stuff.
I know. I hit it, and I was like, what in the world am I doing here?
Boy, imagine them if they could see that on the screen and go, oh my God, I hate this guy.
Right? Yeah. Well, I mean, because sometimes there's one place where I have to tell them that's also a weird thing because they use a credit card, but they
I don't like that. And
they have a sign on the coffee stand that says, "Hey, if you're tipping, you have to let the barista know." Yep. And of course, I'm going to tip, but it's so weird to be like, "Hey, put $3 tip on that as well," because then they have to fake excitement. Maybe they are excited. I don't know. But, it's like,
I
oh,
hate
my
that.
God, sir. Thank you so much for those $3.
Yeah, they do that, and I feel weird because I know I'm like, I just left you a couple bucks.
I feel like they feel weird about it, too.
Yeah.
See, mine, it's not a couple of cups of coffee. It's my hairstylist. It's that same way. You have to do it, but she has to ask you every time, hey, do you want to leave a tip? And I'm like, I mean, yeah. So but I never know how much. So I'm just like, can you do 20%? So she has to pull out her calculator and do 20% and do more work because I've never figured out what the 20% is.
You want this tip? You better do the math.
Exactly.
I'm
I'm not doing it.
But on the flip side, I remember I think it was like a Dutch Brothers or one of those coffee places where the lady does the iPad thing again, hands it over, or just says, hey, here, give me your card. I'll sign for you. I think she was just kind of sick of having to constantly hand the thing over. I'm like, that's cool. And then I'm like, can I leave a tip? And she's like, oh, I didn't know if you wanted to or not. And I'm just like, well, you should at least ask. Like, yeah, I do.
Yeah.
I want to. Like, you're almost screwed yourself out of $3 whole.
Exactly. That way you could jump up and down and be excited. I want that party, too.
And that got awkward as well. I'm like, there's no winning with this.
No, yesterday, same thing. I'm at this place, and I get my coffee, and I get my thing, and, and then she doesn't give me the opportunity to do a tip.
Yeah.
And, it was one of those square things. I go, hey, why don't you flip the screen around? I'll give you a tip. She goes, oh, no, I want cash. And I'm like,
oh.
And I'm looking at her, and I only have a $20
Nice.
bill. I'm looking
Give
in
it to her.
the little tip box.
Yeah.
There ain't enough change in there.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
You're going to take change out of it?
Well, that's the thing. It's like, I'm not giving you 20. That would be more than the entire purchase. So I'm standing there awkwardly going, I don't have the money. I would give you, but I don't have. And then the people in the line, and I feel horrible.
Well, that's very strange of her to be like, yeah, I'm not going to let you leave a tip on your credit with the credit card. I want actual cash.
I bet you they share tips.
Oh,
she
bet.
wanted to just pocket that $3
or a tax thing where she doesn't want to claim it.
That too.
Maybe so. Yeah. It's like, well, dude.
Or she just wanted to F with you.
Yeah, I think that could be it. I mean, I'm highly effable, so sure, go for it.
I don't know. I mean, that's a
not that way. I mean, you can F with me, not. All right, never mind. You know what? You're right. I need to come up with a different phrase. Phrasing, Lana.
Now I get why she didn't want the tip.
Yeah, I told her I was highly affable. I don't know why she wouldn't take what I had to offer. Boy, this is a perfect time to go into this. Why would a woman pull her pants down in the aisle of a plane? Well, it's not because I'm highly effable, but Steve will tell you why. He's got the Migs report for you at 6:17 on The Rock.
BJ and Migs, mornings on The Rock, 99.9 KISW.
I'm Snoop Dogg, and I'm giving up smoke. I know what you're thinking. Snoop, smoke is kind of your whole thing. But I'm done with it. I'm done with the coughing and my clothes smelling all funky. I'm going smokeless. Solo stove, fix 5. They took out the smoke. Now you can have a nice blaze without any clouds ruining your day. Go smokeless. Go to solostove.com. Tell them Big Snoop Dogg sent you.
Lovers, your local lingerie and adult store has gifts of pleasure for partners who know it's nice to be naughty. Turn up the heat this holiday when you shop at any Lovers store. Let our knowledgeable team help you select the best pleasure presents and save 20% on your purchase with Lovers Afterglow rewards. Just mention Love 20 at one of our 18 Western Washington locations. Offer valid with free Lovers Afterglow rewards membership until December 31st. Some exclusions apply.
Dealing with an accident and injury claim can be overwhelming. Let Phillips Law Firm fight for you. We understand the pain and suffering, and we're here to guide you through. Call 1-800-JUSTICE today for a free case review, or visit justiceforyou.com and let Phillips Law Firm help you on the road to recovery.
99.9 KISW, The Rock of Seattle.
Well informed on the issues of the day? Not this guy. Live from the KISW News Center in downtown Seattle, this is the Migs Report.
Well, thanks, you guys, and thanks to Palace Law for giving us the Migs Report. And today is a day to appreciate turtles.
Okay. It's like,
I like turtles.
I mean, I appreciate what they're doing. Can we? But it's the turtles, really. We have to. Okay.
It's Turtle Adoption Day, so adopt a turtle.
Well, as a guy that's been adopted, I can support that.
All right, cool. So
Yeah.
maybe today you go get yourself a turtle.
Hey, you know what? The circle will be complete.
Or an electric guitar, because today is National Electric Guitar Day.
Oh, Danny, that's your day.
You don't got to twist my arm. I'll buy a new guitar all day.
All right, you're picking up an electric guitar. What's the first song you're going to play on it?
Ooh, Damn It by Blink-182.
Okay. I was thinking Welcome
nice
to Paradise
choice.
by Billy Joe and the Boys in Green Day.
That would be good, too.
That's got a good riff, too, for it.
Really
Yeah.
does.
It's also Cyber Monday, so I'm sure there's an electric guitar or maybe even a turtle deal happening on the internet. I don't know.
Amazon probably has it, right? Don't they have everything?
I mean, it feels that way, dude. I'm ready for this season to be done.
Already?
It's also national. I spend every 5 minutes re-deleting a billion emails from my phone. Emails after email after email.
Yeah.
This deal, that deal. And because my wife, anything she buys is through our PayPal. So then I get signed up to her her fun things that she purchases online.
Oh, boy.
She even saw it. I looked at it. I'm like, this is because of you. Blood is on your hands. And I showed her. She's like, oh, my gosh. Like, you're getting all the emails I don't get. I'm like, well, it must be nice. I get 'em all.
So she signs up for everything, and you get them all.
Well, she buys it, and then it's through my PayPal.
Oh, she's a genius.
Yeah.
Oh, she's brilliant.
I mean, at this point, I don't even need this Gmail account. I should just get rid of it. It's all it is just nonstop ads.
And you go through so much mail.
Yes.
I mean, so this does not make it fun at all to have this whole Gmail
I
thing.
guarantee it's over 30, and I literally cleared out my emails like 5 minutes ago.
Yeah.
I'm curious now. Let's see. Where are we at on this?
Yeah, let's see. Okay, I'm going to go with 27.
27 on Cyber Monday.
Yeah.
Oh, you're close. 26.
Oh, but I wouldn't Price is Right, and I lost.
Yeah.
Oh, I should have. Now no Plinko for me.
Oh, nice deal on a skull shaver. Mine just broke.
Oh,
That's not
dude,
bad.
see, look at what your wife did for you.
Oh, yeah.
You got a skull shaver.
Cool. A deal on Beast Mode apparel.
Oh, wow.
And then everything else is for my wife. Happy Cyber Monday.
You know what? Get her a skull shaver. Let her know you care.
You know what? That's what she's getting for Christmas.
Here you go.
Babe, I showed up on my emails. I thought you wanted it. I'm sorry.
I feel like that's a list.
All right, let's head on over to Frontier Airlines. A flight from Philadelphia to Florida. Well, there's a little bit of an incident that happened because a woman that was flying on the plane, for some reason, decided to take her pants off. She pulled them down.
Okay, then.
And, well, yeah, you guessed it. She had to go to the bathroom.
Oh, no.
Now, if you're curious what she did, I'll leave it up to the video because one person called it as another person pulled out their cell phone and decided to video everything that was going on. And, of course, chaos ensued.
Sorry, everybody.
Are you serious? I gotta go pee. We had
So she had to go number one. It wasn't as bad as you thought, BJ.
Oh, okay, yeah.
I like how she said, sorry, everybody.
I know.
Oh, why wouldn't you just run and tell them and go in the...
I mean, I got to imagine that maybe the bathrooms were closed at that time. You know how like they say, hey, everyone needs to sit down.
Yeah,
wait.
well, she sat down. Oh, that's
And
horrible.
She gets up and goes in the aisle and just goes, sorry, everybody.
Oh, God, no. Oh.
Would you do it in the aisle or just do it? I guess you wouldn't want to do it on your seat.
Yeah, that's what
That's a
she.
good
Yeah, because
point.
she's got to go sit back down again.
Yeah.
She wasn't thinking of herself. She wasn't thinking of everybody else. Only thinking of her.
Or you do it kind of like how we're potty training obviously with our dog, and she's doing pretty good. But every once in a while she has an accident, but she goes by the door. So I mean,
she
you're like,
just doesn't
at least
make
she
it.
tried.
Yeah.
Would you be less mad at her if she at least walked to the bathroom door and dropped her pants right by the door? Or no, it's just a bad.
Yeah, I
call.
feel like all of this is
what.
just those poor people in the back. Wherever she went, I mean, and that air circulates. Oh, you're going to get it everywhere on the plane. Oh, it's not good.
All right, so there's a story that happened in Texas where two cars got into a little bit of road rage. And you've seen this before where people are cutting each other off, flipping each other off.
Oh, yeah.
But this one involved throwing things at each other while they were driving. And one guy who took video of what was happening, his name is Chase. I'm going to leave it up to him to explain what happened.
Yeah, it was kind of wild. And they were like yelling at each other and flipping each other off. And then they started throwing drinks. And that's kind of when I knew I might want to film. They were throwing like big gulps and Arizona cans at each other. I was kind of afraid there was going to be a gun or something. Definitely throwing drinks and spitting and stuff.
If you were afraid of there being a gun, why are you then saying I will be the videographer? I would get the hell out of there is what I would do.
I know when he first started saying that, I thought he was saying, and that's when I thought I should call the cops. And he's like, no,
Yeah.
that's when I thought I should pull out my cell phone and video all of this.
Unbelievable. I mean, look, I'm happy that he did for my enjoyment.
Yeah.
But boy, people are really getting stupider. It's like I don't want to be anywhere near these two road ragers.
Look, you ain't getting likes on Instagram if you just call the cops.
You know what? You gotta be bold.
Yes.
Yeah. You gotta have courage. You're right.
So, have you ever seen somebody throw something at another person?
No,
I
that's.
have.
Oh, you have?
I was a kid. I will never forget this. We were driving, I think, to one of my family members for a holidays, and we're stuck in traffic, and this car was in the middle of a road rage thing with another person, and they legitimately threw an entire thing of pizza, like one of the boxes, and just like opened up the window and just threw the whole box, and it went flying and it hit the windshield like out of a movie.
Oh,
it was so great.
Well, that's bittersweet.
It didn't hit like the driver's side, but it kind of like clipped like the passenger side. But I remember watching it, just being like, "Wow, there goes that pizza."
Yeah, why would you throw a perfectly good pizza away?
That's what I was thinking the entire time. Like, it stuck with me till this day, like till now. Like, we're talking like 30 years ago. I witnessed this, and I still think about that moment.
And I'm gonna like the action movie star get out of that car and let's like take the wheel, and I'm gonna try to catch that pizza.
Yeah, who knows what happened after that? Maybe did they pull over? I'm sorry, man. I made a mistake. I need that pizza back.
God, yeah, that's a perfectly. You can't waste good pizza like that.
I mean,
unless it's Dion's. If it's Dion's, yeah, let it hit the road.
Yeah, just throw it right in the gutter.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right, let's talk about kind of about the Seahawks. I have a fun story about the Seahawks.
Really?
Yes.
Why would you bring them up? You think because it's a couple days after?
Well, we're going to talk to Mitch this morning at 7:47. I say we just talk about the Huskies with him, but maybe we'll talk a little bit about the Seahawks. Look, BJ, if the season ended today, the Seahawks would be in the playoffs.
Which is unbelievable.
Yeah, they're still in the wild card, baby.
It's so ridiculous that they are, but yes.
I mean, they're on the downswing.
Yeah.
And they're playing Dallas this Thursday, which is Dallas is not looking bad.
No.
Right now.
Nope.
No. But let's talk about one thing that I thought was pretty funny. DK Metcalf, he was doing an interview. DK's had some issues this season with penalties. He just doesn't seem to know when to shut his mouth up.
Nope.
Well, he's figured it out, BJ.
Oh, has he?
He decided, I think this is hilarious. Actually, I'll just let him describe what he decided to do so that way he can avoid getting penalized for his mouth.
I take ASL now on my off days, American Sign Language. I mean, I kept getting flags for my mouthing, so I got to sign my talking now. That's what I got to do, man, to keep myself busy.
Yes, he learned sign language so that he could, make fun of people or insult people while he's on the field and not get a penalty for it.
That is pretty genius, actually. They got that. I was thinking he would get that hostage tape. Have you seen that? So you breathe through your nose. They call it hostage tape, but you put on your mouth so at night you only breathe through your nose.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So I thought that was going to be his solution.
Nope, he learned sign language. Now that might be why he's dropping balls recently, because he's been so busy with his fingers doing other things that he can't.
Don't even talk to me, please. This is going to be a very. I mean, usually when I think, okay, we're going to have a horrible conversation with Mitch because it was such a beating, that he finds silver lining. So I'm hoping he does.
Silver lining. If the season ended today, the Seahawks would be in the playoffs. The destiny is still in their hands. Yes, they are taking on. This is part of that S-storm of games that they're in the middle of.
Yeah.
Where you got you got the Cowboys.
Yeah.
And then after that, the 49ers again. Yeah. That went well on Thanksgiving.
Then you got to go that team from Philadelphia.
Yeah.
Who just beat the friggin' Chiefs.
Yes.
Who seems to be? It seems like the Eagles are the team.
Where are the Titans at right now? They stink. So okay.
Yeah.
Well, the Seahawks stink too.
Well,
so
the Titans. I don't even know.
Seattle will be all right.
Hopefully,
they're in last place right now.
Yeah.
They did win last week, unlike us. So.
Yeah. What's their record, by the way?
4-7.
You know what?
What?
They could by the time they play us,
it's going to be a bit. Yeah.
Yeah. They could be very similar to our record because we are gonna. I think we're going to lose at least 2 out of 3 of those games coming up.
Hell, look at the Broncos right now. What?
Oh, yeah. That's really pissing me off. They're the same as us, right?
They're 6-5 now.
Yeah.
And they've been on a massive winning streak.
Yeah.
Russ is looking better. It's not like he's like. He's looking like what he would do for the Seahawks when they win. He doesn't throw a lot, but when he does, it's important.
Yeah. Well, that's all you wanted from your quarterback.
Look.
Now I'm feeling. You know what?
Wide receivers also need to catch balls too.
I'm with you on that.
I know, we all want to. I'm definitely drinking the Geno Kool-Aid at times, but I understand they definitely have to start thinking about what the future holds as far as their quarterback. I'm not going to be like I'm not stupid. But also, there was plenty of opportunities for that team to have some clutch moments if the wide receivers would catch some of these balls.
Yep.
And also with the offensive line.
Yeah,
there's more than just Geno being the problem.
Yeah. If Smitten and Jigma can catch one with one hand, why can't you guys catch it with two hands?
That was the coolest catch.
It was.
I've seen it in a long ass
It's the
time.
only part of the game I liked.
That was pretty awesome.
Yeah.
That was fun.
That 1 5-second moment.
All right, tonight, if you want to. Is it tonight? Yeah, because it's Monday.
Yeah, Monday.
I don't know what day it is already. It's the start of the week. The Vikings taking on the Chicago Bears. So there you go.
Oh, there's some
Monday Night
excitement. And the
Football.
Vikings are another team that look like they might be doing something.
Yeah. You know who's not doing anything anymore? It's the Sounders, unfortunately. Playoff, dude, hey, from how it started to how it finished, this team did not look very good at the beginning of the season. They went kind of deep into the playoffs, right?
They looked good at the beginning. It was the middle of the season that it was just
That's what it
hot
was.
trash.
Yes.
And then now, it was kind of like one of those, you just can't score. Like,
So is this guy Ted Uncle? Is he on Los Angeles? Because I heard a lot of people talking about him. I'm kidding. He was one of the officials that apparently cost. I didn't watch the game because you had to subscribe to be able to watch these games now. And so I wasn't able to tune in. But Sounders had a 19-game playoff unbeaten streak at home, and it all came to an end against the Los Angeles Football Club. They ended up losing 1-0. They dominated. It sounded like. I mean, they had the possession of the game. They possessed the ball way more than LA, but couldn't put the. I was about to say put the puck in the net, but that's a whole other problem with another team.
That's
that we
the
have.
problem. Is that's like, guys, we don't play with pucks. Oh, all right, we need to figure that out.
Hey, so their season's done. Kraken, they can't put the puck in the net, but maybe they can tomorrow.
Anytime they post on any Instagram or whatever, it's like, oh, Super Seattle Sports Weekend. It's the Seahawks. It's the Sounders. It's the Kraken. We always all three of them lose.
Yeah,
And they did that, and I was like, we had nothing to celebrate this weekend.
The Huskies. We had the Huskies,
That was
thankfully, who, according to the AP Top 25, they're now number 3. But you want that the college football playoffs with the CFP.
Yes,
you want to see them put you at a closer spot towards the top. I think we'll find that out pretty soon if we haven't already. I haven't kept up on that one. I didn't even.
Well,
know
yeah,
today was Monday.
Mitch said that if they win out, they or even could take one loss. Obviously, they have to win the Pac-12 championship game. But if they do win out, they should get in. That's what Mitch said to us.
Big game against Oregon coming up now.
Yeah, it is.
A big rematch that's going to happen. But yeah, how about the Apple Cup? Nail biter of a game down to a field goal.
Yeah.
That was pretty fun, unless you're a Cougs fan, then it wasn't fun.
Oh.
But 12-0 on the season for the Huskies. Not a bad season for them.
It's kind of reminiscent of the Seahawks because people are complaining the Huskies should be winning these games in much more convincing fashion.
Right. Again, I always say, you do realize they're playing another team. The other team's trying to win.
Oh, they
as well.
are?
I know it sounds crazy.
Well, that does change things.
Nothing goes according to plan, I guess. Well, we'll talk more about the Huskies, I'm sure, with Mitch, because that'll at least be a positive thing we can talk about.
That's all I want to talk about, really.
Really?
Dude, your 12-5 season is crashing and burning.
No, I had 13-4. It's already done.
All right, so that's done.
Now we're on your 12-5 season.
I only went
12-5.
Yeah, I went 10-7 originally.
12-5.
I never thought they could be 12-5.
Yeah, but when we went game by game, you picked 12 wins.
Yeah, I don't know how that happened. I must have been on concussion protocol.
Okay. Hey, and a quick shout out to Phoenix. She's turning 11 today. We just got the text.
Who's Phoenix?
Says, hey, Migs, my daughter Phoenix is turning 11. We all listen in the morning. We're wondering if we can get a shout out. Thanks from Lacey and Bremerton. Happy birthday, Phoenix. The
Love
big
that
1-1.
name. 1-1. Phoenix, by the way, a great name. Love the name.
That's a great
Phoenix.
name. Yes. Rising from the ashes.
Yes.
Of 10.
Phoenix.
I am now 11.
I am now 1-1.
Phoenix, happy birthday.
1-1. That means I'm number 1 twice.
Yeah, double 1. Uno,
Phoenix. Yes.
Yeah, what is 11 in Spanish?
Oh, ocho.
No, that's 8.
Oh,
Deciuno, right?
Deciuno? I think you might be right. Let's
No.
see.
I think it's the essay. I think it's just the essay.
No, I think it is Deciuno. I think he might be.
No, he's not. That's bull crap.
Is it once? Oh, yeah. I think it's once.
Hey, once, Phoenix.
Yeah, I
We
think it is.
speak all the Spanish.
Of course, it's the day where Vicky's not here today.
I know.
So.
How about? I think it is once.
Once.
Because I know 14. Is that 14?
And is it dose?
I don't know. I don't know what 12 or 13 is.
Dose. Trece. Yeah.
Yeah,
Torce.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Miércoles.
Well, Wednesday.
And then, and it's got to be quince because of the quinceañera.
Yeah.
Look at us. 16. We figured it out.
We're bilingual.
We don't need Vicky.
Blame Lacey for this
sorry.
conversation.
Happy
Happy birthday, Phoenix. Hey, weather, 47 degrees and sun today. That's the Migs Report, and that's what's up.
That's right. Feliz cumpleaños, once.
Okay.
How about that, eh? I'm a natural.
Uno.
Yeah. Super natural at this. On Friday, Steve did get this one right.
In the Gilligan's Island theme song, which two characters were originally referred to as "and the rest"?
And the rest. That's the professor, and Mary Ann.
Yes.
Nice work. Yeah. How can you make Mary Ann and the rest?
Right.
Mary Ann.
Disrespect. Or the professor.
I could do without him.
He was very charming.
I mean, yeah, sure, he could make a radio out of coconuts, but Mary Ann could do other things.
Okay. If you say something about coconuts,
I was trying to be respectful, Steve.
I'm impressed.
All right, you want a shot at beating Steve? You got it. 206-803-ROCK. We're playing Beat Migs. Going to do that at 6:47 on the Rock.
Today's podcast is brought to you by bankruptcy attorney Travis Gagne, who's ready to answer your questions about bankruptcy. Travis, is it true that if you filed for bankruptcy once, you can't file again?
Even if you filed bankruptcy before, you can almost certainly file bankruptcy again. Different types of bankruptcies have different time limits between filings. In Chapter 7, full bankruptcy, you can only file Chapter 7 once every 8 years. However, you can almost always file a Chapter 13 case. Chapter 13 cases can be filed immediately following a Chapter 7. They can be filed immediately following a prior Chapter 13 case. Chapter 13 is a reorganization plan, so there will be some type of monthly payment, but it's based on your budget and your ability to afford that payment. So Chapter 13 is an option in almost all cases, even with a prior bankruptcy filing.
Thanks, Travis. If you have more questions about bankruptcy, you can reach out to Travis anytime at choosetherightchapter.com. That's choosetherightchapter.com. Thanks for listening.
I'm Snoop Dogg, and I'm giving up smoke. I know what you're thinking. Snoop, smoke is kind of your whole thing. But I'm done with it. I'm done with the coughing and my clothes smelling all funky. I'm going smokeless. Solo stove, fixed fire. They took out the smoke. Now you can have a nice blaze without any clouds ruining your day. Go smokeless. Go to solostove.com. Tell them Big Snoop Dogg sent you.
Dealing with an accident and injury claim can be overwhelming. Let Phillips Law Firm fight for you. We understand the pain and suffering, and we're here to guide you through. Call 1-800-JUSTICE today for a free case review, or visit justiceforyou.com and let Phillips Law Firm help you on the road to recovery.
Lovers, your local lingerie and adult store has gifts of pleasure for partners who know it's nice to be naughty. Turn up the heat this holiday when you shop at any Lovers store. Let our knowledgeable team help you select the best pleasure presents and save 20% on your purchase with Lovers Afterglow rewards. Just mention Love 20 at one of our 18 Western Washington locations. Offer valid with free Lovers Afterglow rewards membership until December 31st. Some exclusions apply.
This holiday season, give the gift of glow with Osea's limited edition Super Glow Body Set. This 3-piece kit has everything they need to exfoliate, hydrate, and glow all over. For a gift that will impress, give Osea's Super Glow Body Set. Right now, you can get the Super Glow Body Set valued at $126 for only $79 when you use code GIFT at OseaMalibu.com. That's code GIFT at OSEAMalibu.com.
I'm Snoop Dogg, and I'm giving up smoke. I know what you're thinking. Snoop, smoke is kind of your whole thing. But I'm done with it. I'm done with the coughing and my clothes smelling all funky. I'm going smokeless. Solo stove, fixed fire. They took out the smoke. Now you can have a nice blaze without any clouds ruining your day. Go smokeless. Go to solostove.com. Tell them Big Snoop Dogg sent you.
Are you dealing with a personal injury? Don't go it alone. Turn to the experienced team at Phillips Law Firm. Their attorneys have helped thousands of clients get the compensation they deserve. Call Phillips Law Firm now. Call 1-800-JUSTICE or visit justiceforyou.com.
Your wages are being garnished. We can stop that now. It's hard enough to pay your bills when things are good, let alone when a big chunk of your take-home pay is gone before you even get your check. I'm bankruptcy attorney Travis Gagne, and I can stop the garnishment and get the creditors off your back immediately, often the same day as our consultation. Both Chapter 7 and 13 provide bankruptcy relief, but choosing the right chapter is crucial. In a free consultation, we can create a plan to get your finances back under your control. The chapter you choose sets the tone for the next chapter of your life. Please contact me today at choosetherightchapter.com. That's choosetherightchapter.com.
99.9 KISW, the Rock of Seattle. Once again, We teamed up with the Washington State Council of Firefighters and Operation Warm to put new coats on kids that need them. And this year, our goal is to help 2,500 kids get the winter coats they need. And yeah, we do need your help.
In the past, the Rockhawks have always stepped up, donated a lot of money, whether it be the $20 that puts a brand new coat on a kid in need, or $5 or hundreds of dollars. And it's always one of my favorite times of the year is just seeing how much the Rockhawks help out.
Yeah, all you got to do is text KISW GIVE to 44321. That's how you can donate. Just text KISW GIVE to 44321. That's all you got to do to donate. I want to thank Palace Law because they're going to be matching up to $1,000 in donation. Thanks to Pat and those guys. And also, you can head to KISW.com. That's where you can donate today.
Let's play Beat Migs. It's time to play the game. So everybody scream his name. Beat Migs. Don't be a loser. Whoa. Beat Migs. You're a loser.
Who's ready to be Migs? I know Derek from Kirkland is. Derek, are you there?
Yes, I am here.
Woo! All right, Steve, now get out.
Goodbye.
For those playing at home, Derek has 60 seconds to answer 10 questions. You can pass all you want, but you will only get 3 guesses per question. Are you ready?
I woke up ready.
Hell yeah. Same name as a type of pen. What makeup product reflects light and enhances skin tone?
Cover up?
No.
Blush.
No.
Eyeshadow.
No. What war ended in 1865?
The Civil War.
Yes. Where You Are and How Far I'll Go are songs from what Disney film?
Can you say that again?
Where You Are and How Far I'll Go are songs from what Disney film?
Pass.
What state is directly below Utah?
Arizona.
Yes. What team has won the Stanley Cup the most?
The Oilers?
No.
The Maple Leafs.
No.
Toronto, whatever.
No. James Avery played Uncle Phil in what 90s sitcom?
Pass.
Which planet is known as the Swift planet?
The Swift planet?
Swift.
Saturn, Uranus, Neptune.
No.
There's a really bad echo for some reason on my phone.
Oh, is there?
Oh, sorry, buddy.
Well, you got 2 correct.
All right.
But his phone line is not good.
Yeah.
Because you sound fine to us, but apparently we don't sound good to you.
We'll blame it on the phone.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah.
Phone.
Steve, are you ready?
All right.
Same name as a type of pen. What makeup product reflects light and enhances skin tone?
What? Gillette?
No.
Bic?
No.
Nice.
Yay. Pass.
Yeah.
What war ended in 1865?
The War of 1812.
No.
The Civil War.
Yes. Where You Are and How Far I'll Go are songs from what Disney film?
I'm going to go with Beauty and the Beast.
No.
The Lion King.
No.
Jungle Book.
No.
Oh.
What state is directly below Utah?
North Dakota.
No.
Nevada.
No.
Oregon.
No. What team has won the Stanley Cup the most?
Montreal Canadiens.
Yes. Nice. James Avery played Uncle Phil in what 90s sitcom?
Fresh Prince of Bel-Air.
Yes. Which planet is known as the Swift planet?
That would be Uranus, Sarah.
No.
I'm going to go Jupiter.
No.
Saturn.
No. The most stolen food in the world is what dairy product?
Milk.
No.
Eggs.
No.
Yogurt.
Woo. No. What? Who would steal yogurt?
People are very embarrassed about their yogurt consumption.
Unfortunately, no, I love cottage cheese, but no. You got 3 correct, which is a win.
Wow.
Win.
Derek, not as bad as you thought, Derek.
Oh, Steve, you do not deserve to win, though.
Yeah. I deserve to win. I got more right.
Yeah. Get a better phone, Derek. You'll have a better shot. Fresh Prince of Bel-Air, the difference maker.
Yup. You were close with cottage cheese.
Yeah,
that was the closest.
Isn't it just cheese?
It's just regular cheese, all kinds.
Can I ask that you say eggs are dairy?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Eggs, well, it's weird.
Yeah.
They do call them dairy, but
I know,
they
but
really
they're not
aren't.
dairy. Where do you get them? In the dairy section.
It's true. It's
Same with yogurt,
Yeah.
I guess.
Yeah.
And they put them on the chart, don't they? Put them on the dairy,
They-
like the
yes.
pyramid? They call it
but
dairy.
they're not dairy, though. Then why
Yeah,
are they?
I know, it's dumb.
Then they're sending us mixed messages, Daniel.
Yeah.
I
If they don't want me to refer to them as dairy, then don't put them in the dairy section.
That's true.
And don't put them in the triangle.
Yeah, you tell them.
Yeah.
The pyramid, but yes.
That too.
Yeah.
I loved where your mind went with this, but it wasn't what my mind was when I made up with this question. Same name as the type of pen. What makeup product reflects light and enhances skin tone?
Is it a highlighter?
Highlighter.
I
Doing brands of pens, which
Yeah.
I appreciated.
My brain went right to brands, and I could not get off of that.
See, I don't think a highlighter's a pen. That's what threw me off.
What?
I mean, it's pen-like.
It's its own thing.
It's pen adjacent.
Yeah, I
It's
think.
not a pen?
I don't think it's a pen. I think highlighters are like a pen is something you write with. A highlighter is something you highlight with.
This is what happens when you write your own questions. You
Yeah.
don't just steal them from the
Okay,
internet.
Bic, or
Yeah. I mean, maybe it is called a pen. I don't know.
Yeah,
I
a
just never
highlighter, also called a fluorescent pen.
Oh,
suck it. That's right.
like you knew until Danny looked it up. You didn't know either.
I'm just happy to hear your daughter say "suck it" to her father. I think that's hilarious.
Yeah, she's a lovely child.
Where You Are and How Far I'll Go are songs from, I think, one of your favorites.
Frozen.
Oh, is it Frozen?
No.
Moana.
There you go.
You gotta be kidding
you
me.
didn't guess. You should always guess Moana.
I just was like, that's a wasted guess. That's why I didn't say it. I was just going to say it just because I wanted to keep the propaganda out there that Moana's the best.
It doesn't matter what you think.
Damn it.
Doesn't matter what you think.
Yeah.
Damn it.
And you didn't know the two songs from it. So.
I know the one where he goes.
Is that Moana, or is that you trying to sing songs after a couple of beverages?
Yes.
Okay.
The state directly below Utah, one that Derek got correct, is Arizona.
Yeah, North Dakota. I would think South Dakota is directly below North Dakota. I can think how that works.
Well, Oregon wasn't much better of a guess.
No, it
All right,
wasn't.
fair enough.
And which planet is known as the Swift planet?
That's got to be Mercury.
It sure is.
Because Mercury was a fast guy.
Yes, exactly. Wow. And now you know that a highlighter is a pen.
A fluorescent pen. How about, dude, at some point somebody called it that. And because highlighter must be a brand name like Kleenex then.
Is it?
I mean, because they call them fluorescent pens.
Yeah, you're probably right.
Did they ever? I don't remember them ever being called fluorescent pens.
This Bic one that I have right here, Bic brand, baby. It's
Wow.
called a Bright Liner.
Yeah, I wonder if there's actually a highlighter brand.
There's got to be now.
Oh,
Well-
then under it says fluorescent highlighter.
Oh, never mind.
Oh,
Yeah, I don't know.
I'm done.
we're all idiots.
Yeah, we are.
Well, yeah.
Steve, somehow you won.
That's all
so
that matters.
congratulations.
A win's a win.
Somehow you did. That's because the guy had a bad phone.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I had a bad brain. Doesn't matter.
That's a good point. Hey, are you having problems at work, relationship issues, or any other random problem where you need advice? Well, we're here for you. Call us, text us, 206-803-ROCK. It is Help Wanted, and we're going to do that at 7:17 on The Rock.
BJ and Migs, mornings on The Rock, 99.9 KISW.
I'm Snoop Dogg, and I'm giving up smoke. I know what you're thinking. Snoop, smoke is kind of your whole thing. But I'm done with it. I'm done with the coughing and my clothes smelling all funky. I'm going smokeless. Solo stove, fix 5. They took out the smoke. Now you can have a nice blaze without any clouds ruining your day. Go smokeless. Go to solostove.com. Tell them Big Snoop Dogg sent you.
Lovers, your local lingerie and adult store has gifts of pleasure for partners who know it's nice to be naughty. Turn up the heat this holiday when you shop at any Lovers store. Let our knowledgeable team help you select the best pleasure presents and save 20% on your purchase with Lovers Afterglow rewards. Just mention Love 20 at one of our 18 Western Washington locations. Offer valid with free Lovers Afterglow rewards membership until December 31st. Some exclusions apply.
Are you dealing with a personal injury? Don't go it alone. Turn to the experienced team at Phillips Law Firm. Their attorneys have helped thousands of clients get the compensation they deserve. Call Phillips Law Firm now. Call 1-800-JUSTICE or visit justiceforyou.com.
Is your relationship going sideways?
Have a family issue? Problems with your coworker?
Do you need advice? We're here to help. No problem is too dumb. No dilemma is too silly. This is Help Wanted with BJ and Migs.
99.9 KISW, The Rock of Seattle. All right, Help Wanted, man. For years, we've been getting lots of phone calls, lots of text messages from rockaholics who say, hey, I need your advice. And it doesn't matter what problems you're having. It could be relationships, problems at work. And if you think it's dumb, that's our expertise. You really, if you got any dumb issues, we really are good at that. We're here for you. 206-803-ROCK. Text us. It is Help Wanted.
You know, this is a dumb one, but I feel like it's the time to do it. And we got to bring your daughter in for this one.
Okay.
Oh, great. That's wonderful.
No, honestly, I think you're going to enjoy this one.
Here's the thing. Here's the problem.
Okay.
I got big news.
You got big news.
I got big news is that I went and did my DNA thing.
Yes.
And
she's not your daughter?
Boy, that would have been wonderful news.
Wow.
Yeah, that would have been great.
Thanks.
No, she is. Unfortunately, both children are mine, so I have to be responsible for them.
Sarah, we're going to help you find a new daddy.
But the thing is so the one person I've been was trying to find, just we haven't been able to make the connection, and so finally they reached out to me today. I woke up this morning and they were like, "Hey, man." And I'm like, that's cool. And then they go, and they went and obviously checked me out and said, hey, we're listening to your show right now.
Oh, no.
So now, I want to make a good impression before I have the first phone call with these. And you're going to let Sarah speak? Sarah is not a good It's not a good first impression.
I'm the best first impression.
Are you, though? Remember the half niece that won't talk to me again?
Well, that was your fault.
You think? I don't know. I think it might have been you.
No.
I don't know if this is going to tear them up. It could. I mean, it involves food. And
we'll see if I get a text after this, and they'll be like, all right, yeah, we're not going to talk to you.
They write back, new phone, who dis?
Yeah, exactly. All right, food should be okay.
All right, they said Help Wanted. I need to apologize for some hate that I've been giving a member of the show.
Oh.
Sarah, I apologize. For years, I've been bashing your famous Oreo pie, and I've let your dad say, hey, give your dad what he wants. Well, this year I asked my wife if she can make Oreo pie alongside her homemade pumpkin and apple pie.
Okay.
And now I know why you hustle that pie. It's so freaking good.
That's right.
So, Sarah, I understand why you love it and only want that pie, and it'll now be at every Thanksgiving at our house. Plus, my son loves it.
Wow, Sarah, look at that. You've actually, your Oreo pie has actually made it into somebody else's family tradition.
I saw this is the first text we got after we said we were going to do
That's
Help Wanted.
fantastic.
I'm like, oh, this is a brand new text. We got to get to it. And it was an apology text about your pie.
It is the best.
But we have a shocking development that I noticed even. We had a few people texting this morning wanting to hear your thoughts because I heard that your dad got to enjoy other pie.
That's the thing. The big controversy.
This isn't a euphemism if anyone's listening. This is
Thank you for that. Yeah. God,
because your family now.
I know, but you don't need to bring these things up.
Well, I just want to, I don't know if their mind's in the gutter. I don't know what part of you is in
I just want to tell my new possible family members that Steve, that voice over there, no relation to him at all. He's not.
No.
He didn't show up on the DNA, thank God.
But I'll be your uncle.
Oh, great.
Yeah.
So the idea was 1 year Sarah was like, I'll make a pie because Sarah doesn't really cook much, but she wanted to contribute to Thanksgiving.
No. I did not want to contribute to Thanksgiving. Mother
she
really
made
wanted
you.
me to
That's
make
right.
something.
That's right.
So she forced me to make this pie because I would not make anything.
Yeah. You know what?
So you made
that's
this.
right.
I don't remember that.
Yeah,
you made this. You made this begrudgingly,
Yes.
and then
I
it became
forgot
something
about
that you're so
that.
passionate about.
Well, I'm passionate about it because she kind of ruined it. So she forced me to make this pie. She forced me to do something on Thanksgiving. So I said, Mom, you know what? I'll be a real one. I will. I will slave over this Oreo chocolate pie. I will be in this kitchen for hours for you. So I made
What
it.
are you doing with the other hours that after the 30 minutes it took you to make this pie? What are you doing in the kitchen?
Well, you got to refrigerate it for 4 hours.
Oh,
so
so
I'm
you stand
watching
there?
it.
Yeah, she's
okay.
at it.
You got to count the whole prep time.
I didn't realize that. My bad.
Yes. And so then what does she do? She thinks it's going to be a great idea to also bring a Costco pumpkin pie to Thanksgiving.
God, that was a horrible Thanksgiving.
To compete essentially with my pie. And I said, why don't you just buy a chocolate pie then? Like, why did you want me to make one if you're going to go out and buy other pies?
You never know.
You kind of sort of just bought the Oreo pie too. I mean, it's really not like you made it from
you are.
scratch.
You know, you thank God you could never have Thanksgiving at our house because Sarah, when she goes off, it's over, and here
It's
you
over.
are poking the pear.
Also, you don't cook either. You would think this if you were to make this,
I made candied yams this year.
Did you?
Yes.
Oh, that I would have liked to.
or did
taste those.
Tatum make them?
Well, she helped. She put the marshmallows on them.
You know
So
what?
it was a little heavy-handed on the marshmallows. BJ.
You can't be heavy-handed on marshmallows. She's a genius.
I agree. She put so many marshmallows on it. I only made it. It was out of pure necessity, because my wife's like, I'm like, oh, well, everyone's making all this stuff. I'm like, oh, so who's making the candied yams? She's like, oh, no one's making them. I'm like, what do you? That's my number
That's
one.
your thing.
That's my number. She's like, I didn't realize it was your number one. I'm like, do you even know me? Do you even know me?
It's been over 7 years. I mean, that's all you ever talk about every Thanksgiving is how much you love candy yams.
Steve-O had to go to grocery shopping the day before Thanksgiving, which is a nightmare.
Yeah, that's what I heard.
And then this is what happened, BJ. It's on my Twitter, and I'm Steve Migs.
Marshmallows.
Yeah.
Oh,
and those are those vegan dandies.
Oh,
apparently
man.
they grow.
Okay, take it.
Well, I mean,
Yeah.
dude, it was like this thing I thought was going to like just
That
take
looks
over our entire oven.
That looks amazing. Now I feel like I'm on Top Chef. I know a little burnt over on the right side there, but yeah.
I like that part.
Oh, you like it burnt?
Yeah.
Oh, I'll take the other side then.
Then perfect.
Yeah,
Well,
this
okay,
works out
so
well.
what if your wife then, the day of Thanksgiving, was like, oh, I actually decided to buy you this whole candied yam situation?
And then
I doubled down on my candied yam intake.
Yeah, see, Sarah, Sarah. I only think because Sarah was forced into it.
See, having more pie doesn't mean I'm going to have less of your pie.
Right.
I'm just going to have a lot of pie.
Sarah doesn't appreciate. No, Sarah's pie is the only pie that can be
I will
featured.
still have a full slice of your pie.
She won't do it.
But now I'll also get another slice of another pie. I'm just adding more calories. It's not like I'm taking anything away from your
Sarah's face.
efforts.
No, but I would want you to have 2 slices of my pie.
Well, that's not going to happen.
It's like adultery
My
with
pie is the
Sarah.
most delicious.
Sarah takes this like adultery. It's like you can't say to your wife, just because I'm with that woman doesn't mean I won't be with you either.
I'm
I
still
will
having
have
sex with you. I'm just going to have sex with her too.
Yeah, believe me.
I want
I'll
you to
just
have
say it's
sex
just
with me twice,
It's
okay?
more calories. That's all. I'll deal with it.
Yeah.
So wait, I have a question though, because and I'm not sure if Steve read it this way too or not. But so you didn't make your Oreo pie this year?
Oh, no, I did.
Oh, she did.
You
Oh,
did?
I did.
Okay,
Oh,
I thought that you didn't do it,
no,
and
no.
that
I
you
just
got the other
questioned-
pies as well.
No. She made it, but then
It's like basically like, like a couple of noodles. Like, did you
wow.
cook them?
No, I know. You
Yeah.
did. It's not really cooking.
Excuse
She threw it all in a pan.
Wow.
Like, I get it.
You had to add a couple of things and mix
Yeah.
it up, and then
I had to add a lot of
Did you make the
things.
crust?
Absolutely not.
Yeah.
that's what I mean.
But
okay, boy. I mean,
That's
really,
too much.
do you want your tires sliced today? Is that what you're looking for?
Hi.
I parked in a different spot. So I'll see it. Yeah.
I will find your vehicle, Steve.
Yeah, I don't understand what's happening, but someone's going to die.
But so then mom decides to show up with another pie when she knows this pisses you off.
Well, yeah, she did this years ago. So then I forbid any other pie in the household.
And I never could enjoy any other pie but Oreo pie for every Thanksgiving for the last decade, at least it feels.
Except for this year.
Woo!
Because I have grown as an individual,
Okay.
kind of.
Yeah. All that therapy's paying off.
We decided to celebrate J-Rubs' birthday on Thanksgiving Day. So
Which is weird because he's born in July.
I love that. That's why I love that guy. He moved his birthday so I could have
Did it
different
for you.
pies.
Yeah, he took one for the team.
So the husband, the son-in-law, who's now my favorite person in the family.
So I asked what other desserts does he want for his birthday, being the nice wife I am. And he, of course, chose pies. So we also
What a great guy.
went to Costco.
Yeah.
He got a big pumpkin pie and a big pecan pie.
Did you
so
lose
good.
it? Did you give him a talking to, or was it? Did you keep your mouth?
I did some deep breathing at Costco, I'm not going to lie.
So, and he hasn't had sex since, I'd imagine.
Absolutely not.
Yeah.
He didn't get any birthday sex.
No, next time he has sex is Christmas.
Guys, remember my
Maybe.
family's listening.
Oh, hey.
Thank you.
All right, here's my question then. Okay,
Yes.
now you got like this, smorgasbord of pies.
Yes.
How much of your pie was left over at the end of the day?
Just a little bit.
See, people still enjoyed your pie.
Well, my pie was quite smaller than the Costco pies,
Dude,
too.
those things are ridiculous.
So, But I did go around the table and ask everyone. And it was
Yes, it
almost
was-
a landslide that my pie was the best.
Well, no one's going to no
Yeah,
one
it
wants
was-
to die on Thanksgiving.
It was a hostage situation. Literally, to look at everybody's face. The only one person who I love this dude, Joey's friend, who doesn't care, zero F's given. He's like, I have to tell you, I really like the other pie better.
Yeah, he doesn't care. He's not coming back.
But everybody else, it was a hostage situation. They're like, no, your pie's great. No, we don't like any. Throw the other pies away.
Well, that's the original son, which Joe, of course.
The OG.
The OG son, because he had his lady friend there. What did she think of your sister's pie?
I don't even know if she had some.
What? She told me it was the best pie.
Well, she is good. Joey, your girlfriend is good because I didn't know if she had some or not, but she just slid in with that great pie. And if she didn't even have any, boy, she is good.
I think all she had was a cupcake.
Oh, that's not good.
A cupcake is fine. That's not a pie, I guess.
Okay.
But I thought your pie was the best. So
there we go.
Joey, I will not slash your tires today.
Good. Yeah.
Yeah. So, growth.
Yeah.
It was the one.
Growth. I'm feeling it right
It was
now.
the one and only Thanksgiving you'll have other pies.
We got to get J. Rubs' birthday moved like permanently to the day after.
Oh, that's right, because
Thanksgiving.
it doesn't always fall right around that time. Yeah. It kind of, sort of does.
Kinda, yeah.
So this could be a one and done thing.
It's gonna be a one and done thing. This is enough growth for your girl, okay?
Oh,
man,
but
that's
your
it.
pie was eaten.
Yes, but it wasn't the only one people were oohing and awing over.
It's unbelievable. I never thought I'd have to be monogamous with pies.
I never knew
It's the
so.
weirdest thing in the world.
Don't. You could just tell her not to make her gross Oreo
Do you
pie
want to
and
live
do
with
the
that?
regular one.
Do you don't, Danny? When your daughter gets older, you're going to understand. You're just not going to want to live with the grief if your daughter's anywhere near as high maintenance. I mean, as wonderful as my daughter.
I have a life goal that Tatum will not grow up jealous of other pies.
Tatum is your
Good
kid.
luck.
She is not, every time. I just saw the video with her again walking the dog, and I'm like, it is a mini Steve. This kid is so you. Your wife probably goes,
Sing
you know
songs.
what? Your wife is like, I just basically have two Steves in the house.
Oh, yeah. We spent all last night of her just sliding down a little slide in her playroom, and she was sliding down it backwards. And then just slide all the way down, just bang her whole body on the floor. He goes, that was amazing. And I'm like, yeah, it was. Like, can I do it again? I'm like, absolutely.
I swear to God, and you always talk about how like little kids, little toddlers are just like drunk people, like the mini drunk people. I have seen you drunk so many times, and every time I watch a video with her, it's like, oh yeah, there's Steve when we were at the convention.
Legit, that's what I thought too. I was looking at it, I'm like, I would totally do that drunk, slide on a slide backwards.
I feel like you would do that sober too, though.
Yeah.
Good point.
Oh man, I mean, she is a carbon copy of you.
I know. Very proud.
Yeah, I know you are. You should be.
Sober Steve in Dallas. Danny, take a picture of me sitting on this bug.
Yeah, exactly.
Car or whatever it was.
The giant like toy bus.
Yeah, that's what it was.
Well, I don't know if we actually didn't help anybody. We helped ourselves to some great pie.
Well, I think it was a very festive, timely help wanted.
Yes, it
that
was.
we needed to get to, and that was about your daughter's pie.
Okay, so we did that. Okay, that was the happiness part of the show. Now we're going to talk misery because it was a really tough loss on Thanksgiving. And I am telling you, man, those Seahawks, we had a great day. We were so excited for that game. And for 20 seconds, it was a great game. You know?
I mean, was it?
Yeah, you're right. You're right. I think I was overestimated. It was probably only 5 seconds. My God, did the Seahawks just, oh, man. Can they turn this season around? Well, we're going to chat with the host of Mitch Unfiltered. Mitch Levy joins us. We'll talk Hawks. I don't want to, but we will at 7:47 on The Rock.
Today's podcast was brought to you by Travis Gagne, bankruptcy attorney. He's here right now and has agreed to answer more of your questions about bankruptcy. Travis, if you're upside down in your mortgage, should you continue to make the payment?
Continuing to pay your mortgage or not is a complex decision because you're going to have to pay to live somewhere. You're going to have a housing payment. So continuing to make your house payment really depends on several factors. One is whether or not you have a second mortgage. The second one is how affordable your ongoing monthly mortgage payment is. Another issue is whether your mortgage is adjustable and you're facing an increase in your mortgage payments later on when interest rates go up. If you do have a second mortgage in this economy with the housing prices being down, oftentimes we can take off or strip off that second mortgage in a Chapter 13 case so that you'd only have the first mortgage to continue to pay.
Thanks, Travis. If you have more questions about bankruptcy, you can reach out to Travis anytime at ChooseTheRightChapter.com. That's ChooseTheRightChapter.com. And thanks for listening.
I'm Snoop Dogg, and I'm giving up smoke. I know what you're thinking. Snoop, smoke is kind of your whole thing. But I'm done with it. I'm done with the coughing and my clothes smelling all funky. I'm going smokeless. Solo stove, fix 5. They took out the smoke. Now you can have a nice blaze without any clouds ruining your day. Go smokeless. Go to solostove.com. Tell them Big Snoop Dogg sent you.
Lovers, your local lingerie and adult store has gifts of pleasure for partners who know it's nice to be naughty. Turn up the heat this holiday when you shop at any Lovers store. Let our knowledgeable team help you select the best pleasure presents and save 20% on your purchase with Lovers Afterglow rewards. Just mention Love 20 at one of our 18 Western Washington locations. Offer valid with free Lovers Afterglow rewards membership until December 31st. Some exclusions apply.
Are you dealing with a personal injury? Don't go it alone. Turn to the experienced team at Phillips Law Firm. Their attorneys have helped thousands of clients get the compensation they deserve. Call Phillips Law Firm now. Call 1-800-JUSTICE or visit justiceforyou.com.
It's hard to find the perfect holiday gift, but Osea's Super Glow Body Set might just be it. This limited edition 3-piece kit has everything they need to exfoliate, hydrate, and glow all over. Featuring Osea's best-selling Undaria Algae Body Oil, Body Polish, and Body Butter, it's sure to please everyone on your list, from your most discerning relative to your most deserving BFF. The best part? It's packed in a box so beautiful, you can skip the gift wrapping. Osea has been creating seaweed-infused skincare for nearly 30 years. Every product is crafted with ingredients that are clean, vegan, cruelty-free, and climate neutral, so you never have to choose between your best values and your best skin. For a gift that will impress this holiday season, give Osea's Super Glow Body Set. Right now, you can get the Super Glow Body Set valued at $126 for only $79 when you use code GIFT at OseaMalibu.com. That's code GIFT at OSEAMalibu.com.
I'm Snoop Dogg, and I'm giving up smoke. I know what you're thinking. Snoop, smoke is kind of your whole thing. But I'm done with it. I'm done with the coughing and my clothes smelling all funky. I'm going smokeless. Solo stove, fixed 5. They took out the smoke. Now you can have a nice blaze without any clouds ruining your day. Go smokeless. Go to solostove.com. Tell them Big Snoop Dogg sent you.
Dealing with an accident and injury claim can be overwhelming. Let Phillips Law Firm fight for you. We understand the pain and suffering, and we're here to guide you through. Call 1-800-JUSTICE today for a free case review, or visit justiceforyou.com and let Phillips Law Firm help you on the road to recovery.
Your driver's license is important so you can get back and forth to work, get your kids to school, and back and forth to daycare. If your license has been suspended because you can't pay your tickets, you can't do any of those things. Let's talk about Chapter 13 bankruptcy. You may have heard the tickets cannot be discharged, but they can be dealt with in a Chapter 13 case. Why not come in for a free consultation? The chapter you choose will make all the difference to your getting back, legally, on the road. Let's design a plan to pay off your tickets and restore your license immediately. I'm attorney Travis Gagne. Please contact me today at choosetherightchapter.com. That's choosetherightchapter.com.
99.9 KISW.
We're just going to talk about the Huskies, right? Is that what's going on?
That's what I'm hoping, man. Yeah, so sure. Episode 264 has dropped at MitchUnfiltered.com. The name of the show, the podcast is Mitch Unfiltered.
Yes, and also, BJ, I'm still optimistic. If the season ended today, the Seahawks would be in the playoffs. So let's talk about their playoff hopes with the host of Mitch Unfiltered.
Here he is.
Now, wait a second. Optimism for you, Migsy, is 14-3 or 15-2. Well,
13-4. 13-4.
Do it for you.
Yeah, 13-4. They actually pooped the bet on that, but there's still hope for 12-5.
Is there?
Yeah. Until Thursday, there's help till 12-5. Yeah.
11-6. I mean, it's still respectable. Make the
what
playoffs.
happened, boys? You tell me. What the hell happened?
I will tell you what happened. San Francisco's a dang good team, and we are not. There you go.
Excuse me. You seem to forget that the three of us have not spoken since before the Rams game.
So
much vacation. I need to get out a calendar here, for God's sakes.
We'll send you one.
We have it. As I told you, the last time I believe the last time we were together
was the Carter administration. Yes.
Yes. I'm trying to remember if we were together after the Washington game or before the Washington game.
We talked after the Commanders game, I think.
Okay. Yes.
But we haven't talked about the Rams, you're right, which was also a massive disappointment.
Mr. Playoff said weeks and weeks ago that the two key games were the Washington game and the road game against the Rams. Those were the two key games. They had to figure out a way, even if they won by a half a point in each game, Figure out a way to win both of those two games, and you're going to be fine for the playoffs. Well, they won the first game.
Yep.
But they found a way, man, that Rams game is going to come back to haunt. They had the lead the whole freaking game in Los Angeles and found a way to lose it or fall behind. And then you guys saw what happened at the very end of the Rams game where they had the ball and a chance to go down and score and kick the game-winning field goal, and they didn't spike the ball, and then they ran the ball, and the clock went down, and they missed the field goal. So that was, to me, I don't know how many people in your audience thought they were going to beat the 49ers, but they needed to beat the Rams. That's what they did. Needed, and they would have been fine. They'd be fine. But now you almost feel like they're in the middle of a 5-game losing streak. They've lost 2 in a row, and the next 3 are Dallas on Thursday night, and then San Francisco again.
And then
And then Philadelphia, right?
Philadelphia, who seems to say, hey, the way we find ways to lose games, they seem to find ways to win games.
Yeah,
so a solid 3-0 record is going to happen after these games for the Seahawks.
You know what? If 3-0 happens, you could start booking your trips to the Super Bowl.
I mean, yeah, exactly.
Are you paying?
I'm paying.
But it is.
You go 3-0 over the next 3 weeks, and you come talk to me about trips to Vegas for the Super Bowl.
I will.
You take a look at our last 2 games.
I won't take your call.
I know you haven't.
Yeah, it's not good. Boys, you know what? Go do anything else. Go do anything else on that February day. Because we'll talk about Philadelphia real quick, only because of the fact that I watched their last 2 victories. Their last 2 victories against good teams, and especially against Buffalo, where they were trailing in the fourth quarter, Philadelphia, and found a way to tie the game. They were trailing in overtime, found a way to win the game. And they also beat Kansas City, found a way to win that game. And we find ways to not win games, and I just cannot see us. If we make the playoffs, that's just because somebody else is really just also faltering badly. But, I mean, really, I'd rather see us just lose out to get a decent draft pick because we are not going far in the playoffs. I know you hate to hear that, but we're going nowhere.
You're right, but I'm just so tired of decent. What have decent draft picks done for this organization the last 5 years? I mean, even in the years that they pick somebody that actually ends up being worthy of the pick, we find ourselves, and this is the theme of the podcast this morning that we released, don't we find ourselves in Groundhog Day every single year? They're 6-5, they're 7-4, they're trying to scrape their way in as one of the last wild card teams. They're trying to win a game in the play. At what point do you say, okay, we're not progressing? We're not. It's okay to be 6-5 if the following year you're 7-4, and the following year after that you're 8-3. But it seems like it's the same crap year after year. And to speak to your draft choice thing, they had a high draft choice last year. They picked a guy named Devin Witherspoon, who, if he's not the best rookie in the NFL, he's one of the best rookies in the NFL. So they hit a home run with Devin Witherspoon, and look where we find ourselves. 6-5, losing to the Rams, trying to figure out a way to back into the playoffs. At what point, I don't know who's running the ship over there.
Yeah.
But at what point do we say, okay, we're not moving forward. We're stuck in the quicksand of mediocrity in the National Football League. That's all.
Yeah, it's a tough one to me. I think that we've got to build a fantastic defense. That's what I thought this team was all about.
Is the defense the issue right now, or is the offense the fact that they just can't seem to stay on the field? So the defense gets worn out pretty quick after a while.
The defense, I thought, well, it's still young. I think the defense, as we've talked about on this show a few times, I think it's coming. I think you've got a lot of reasons to be optimistic about the defense. The offense is a real bugger because the world wants to blame Geno, and he has not been good. There's no question about it. But and this is a big topic on our show this morning with a lot of different guests, and that is this really about Geno? And I'll ask you guys a question. If you watch the San Francisco game, and you've watched San Francisco at all, BJ, you've watched Philadelphia.
Oh yeah.
You've watched Brock Purdy, right?
Yes.
When you look at Brock Purdy and you look at Geno Smith, what do you see?
Here's what I see, Mitch. Not so much like compare
handsome
quarterbacks
men.
because they're both strapping young men. What I see just when I watch any other football game, and I swear any other quarterback seems to have time. That's what I notice. There's a little bit more time to do something. Geno doesn't seem to have any time, and that's what I notice.
Let's talk about that, but I want to come back to
but what do you see when you see both of those gentlemen? What do you see?
No. I want to answer your question on time because I think it's a really good point. But there's two possible answers to why he doesn't have time. One possible answer is he's got a bad offensive line. That might be it. Okay. The other, and this is where I was going. The other possible explanation is that the scheme doesn't have receivers running short and intermediate routes where he can get rid of the ball faster, like Brock Purdy.
Yeah, that's true.
Brock Purdy never has to hold on to the ball. He's always throwing the ball before any pass rush can get there. And, guys, that is scheme. And that's
why can't we figure that out, Mitch? Because you're right.
Well,
I see other teams do that. They make that adjustment when they know people are coming at me. What is with us that we seem to never be able to figure that out?
It's not even an adjustment, BJ. It's the way they do things from the beginning, these other teams.
How is it that we don't do that?
The Seahawks run long developing down the field plays for the most part. They don't use the short and intermediate middle of the field like everybody does against them. How often do you watch Matt Stafford or Brock Purdy or any other quarterback against the Seahawks throw the ball to a receiver right over the middle for about 8 or 9 yards, where where the linebacker is about 5 yards behind them, and they catch the ball, the linebacker comes up and pops them in the back, and they drop him for 8 or 9 yards, and then it's 2nd and 1 or 2nd and 2. How often does that happen against the Seahawks? It happens over
so much.
And how often do the Seahawks do that to other teams? Hardly ever. They run deep crosses and stuff where Geno has to hold the ball. Let me go back to my question, what I was asking you when you look at Geno and Brock Purdy.
Yes.
I'll just
What
say,
do you see when you see those boys?
Well, let me ask it a different way. If I took Geno Smith and I dropped him into San Francisco's offense, we replaced Brock Purdy, and we put Geno Smith in San Francisco's offense, the Kyle Shanahan runs with the quick stuff and the innovation and the sleight of hand and the screen passes. They know how to execute a screen pass. Seattle doesn't know how to execute a screen pass. If we put Geno Smith in San Francisco's offense, how do you think Geno Smith would do?
I would imagine he'd be great.
He'd be great. And let me ask you the flip of that. If we took Brock Purdy
Brock would be
and we dropped him in Seattle's offense with the long developing plays and the offensive line and the lack of innovation and the lack of sleight of hand and the lack of a screen pass, how good do you think the last pick in the NFL draft would be in Seattle?
He would look just like that, the last pick in the NFL draft.
And let me tell you what he is right now. I don't know if you look at the stats. He's the highest rated quarterback in the NFL. Number 1 in the NFL in about 3 or 4 statistical categories. I believe that if the season ended today, which it doesn't and it's stupid to even talk about, Brock Purdy would be a first-team All-Pro. So if your answers are right, and that is, BJ, that Geno would be great in San Francisco's offense, and Brock Purdy would be nothing in Seattle's offense the way Shane Waldron was. So is the problem Geno, or is the problem scheme, play calling, innovation, screen pat? What's the problem, Migsy, if those are the answers?
I was just going to ask a question. At what point does the team realize that? Like, how come every fan, every analyst seems to say the same thing about the scheme and how things are being run, but the team keeps running into a wall with the same plan?
It's a good question.
At what point do they realize, hey, man, this ain't working? Our plays are very vanilla, and everyone's picking up on them.
And I'll make it a bigger even question than that. At what point does Pete Carroll realize I'm hiring the wrong coordinators? I keep going through these coordinators. Brian Schottenheimer, Shane Waldron, even the defensive coordinators, Ken Norton.
Wasn't
Greg
Shane
Hurd.
brought in because he was creative? And I don't see anything creative.
Shane Waldron came in because he's from the McVay tree in Los Angeles. And everybody knows who the offensive coordinator is in Los Angeles. It wasn't Shane Waldron. It's McVay.
Can we get him
was
to be
running
our
the,
offensive coordinator?
No, I don't think he's available.
It's on
I think
Dang.
he might be a little bit too
It's a bummer.
expensive. But maybe he's available to be your head coach. You ever think about that?
Yeah, I know you got to wonder when there is time for a change, because it seems like Seattle, and I can only go
Stale.
with yeah, and look, I think of what's going on with the Mariners, and I've been watching them, and it seems like, again, stale. Is it Seattle sports fans that somehow tolerate stale? The thing I talk about before is like the Red Sox have won like 3 World Series and fired all those general managers, even though all those general managers brought a World Series to Boston. We still have DePoto. He hasn't even got us to the World Series. What is it with Seattle sports and the hierarchy that mediocrity is rewarded? I don't get it, because you're right, Mitch. I feel like we've been asking this question for a long time. A long time.
Good questions, and I don't know the answers to them. Look, maybe I'm wrong. Maybe what I just said before is completely wrong, and that Brock Purdy in Shane Waldron's offense would be a superstar, and that Geno Smith in Kyle Shanahan's offense would be lousy. Maybe I'm wrong about all that, but here's what I would say to all the Geno bashers out there, and boy, that's a big group. I don't know that we could even get our voice out to how big the group of Geno bashers is. It's funny how the world of the Seattle Seahawks fans will throw Geno Smith under the bus. He's a backup quarterback. He's not good. I don't know, why is he even out there, yada, yada, yada. And yet, then when I ask those people, well, who put him out there? Did he go out there himself? Did he decide I'm going to be the quarterback himself? Or were there 2 guys named John Schneider and Pete Carroll who, after they traded Russell Wilson away and brought in Drew Lock in that trade, didn't even give Drew Lock a shot at the quarterbacking job? They gave the ball to Geno. He rewarded them the first 9 weeks last year. You remember the first 9 weeks, he was about as good as anybody in the NFL. Oh, yeah. Then he had a bad last half of the season, and now it hasn't worked out the first. Who gave him the keys to the car, BJ? I mean, who decided to give him a new contract at the end of last year? Who has not drafted a quarterback in years in the draft, an understudy, a guy to come in here and learn the system? They haven't drafted one guy. Who hasn't signed one free agent quarterback in years and years? Who has given the reins to Geno? Well, that would be Pete Carroll and John Schneider. Well, why, if we're killing Geno and saying he's a backup quarterback, why are we not questioning the decision makers who put him in charge, who gave Geno the job?
Again, good question. Hey, good. And those people, they want to keep their jobs, and they continue to just do the smoke and mirror show to make it look like it's not them.
Well, I want to be. I think I'm clear. I don't think Geno's the problem, so I don't go the next step and say, geez, I blame Pete Carroll and John Schneider for giving Geno Smith the keys to the car. I don't, because I don't think Geno's the problem. I just told you what I think the problem is. I think it's just an archaic looking offense. It's just blah. There's nothing creative going on in that offense. And
there you go.
There you go.
Well,
hey, how about them Huskies, though? How about them Huskies?
Yeah, go ahead. Give us a little bit of we have a little bit of time left, maybe like a minute. In a minute, tell us why you love the Huskies and what can we look forward to.
I don't know that I love the Huskies, but
okay.
You sound so happy, DJ.
This has got to be history, guys. Think of what's happening with the Huskies. The Huskies finished the season 12-0.
Yes.
Right? Which means they beat everybody on their schedule.
Oh, yeah. That's what that means.
And one of the teams that they beat that's on their schedule is Oregon.
Yes.
Maybe the best team in the country right now. I think there's a lot of people that think, regardless of records, I know they have the one loss to the Huskies, but there are a lot of people that believe that if you just look at all these teams right now, offense, defense, special teams, that Oregon's the best team in the country right now.
Yeah.
When was the last time ever that a team went undefeated, beat the team that they're playing next as part of the undefeated and as a double-digit underdog.
Yeah, I saw that.
In the rematch of that game on Friday.
You're right.
I can't believe that that's ever – I'm going to say it right now, and I don't have the history to back it up. I don't think that that's ever happened in the history of college football, that a team was a double-digit underdog to a team that they already beat as part of an undefeated season. It's crazy. That's how good Oregon is. Guys, this game on Friday night is going to be the most watched – I believe is going to be the most watched, the biggest television audience of a Pac-12 football game in the history of the conference. And isn't that something? It's the last Pac-12 football game.
What a way to
in
go
the
out.
history of the conference.
Yeah.
It's an absolute must-see, solid gold, 5:00 Friday night for your audience, even if you don't like college football.
Yeah.
This game sets up to be, it's for all the marbles. It's for
the
college football playoff. It's for the Heisman Trophy. It's for everything Friday night.
So now, so if the Huskies win, they get into the playoffs. Does Oregon is Oregon get in if they win, or do they? Or is
100%.
So they get in. Okay, so either way, the team is playing for the playoffs. What do you like? Who do you like? Forget the spread. Who do you like? Because I gotta. The one thing people have been saying, and probably why Oregon is getting all those points, is because the Huskies have not necessarily been like a flawless team in the last few games they've been playing. And even the last game against, some people thought they should have destroyed the Cougs, and they did not. So what do you think?
I think that what you first of all, what you just said is half the reason, which is ever since the Oregon game the first time, which was a classic at Husky Stadium a couple months ago, the Huskies have played down to the level of their opponents. They've just skated by, barely squeaked by. But the other half to that is, BJ, Migsy, is that Oregon has been like Mike Tyson when he was coming up, beating everybody in the first round. I mean, Oregon is just pummeling people. They're beating people by 40 while Washington's barely beating people. Yeah. So that's the reason why everybody likes them. Look, I'd love to sit here and pick the Huskies, but if you're asking me, like if the eyeballs in my firstborn was on this game,
wow, that's a hell of a bet that you went to Vegas. But all right, if that's what you want to bet,
have you made that bet before?
No, I have not made that bet before. But I would say.
I don't have any money.
I would say that Oregon will win. I will say that Oregon will win on Friday night in what should be just a classic.
Imagine playing cards with Mitch, and sometimes people don't have any more chips to put in.
Yeah.
So he pulls out 2 eyeballs and goes, "Look, I have these. Do these mean anything? Can I put these in the pot?"
That's the moment I give him the Gambling Anonymous phone number and say, "Look,
you know what I slide in the pot when I'm out of chips." My Oreo pie.
There we go.
Thanksgiving Day.
There we go.
Only if it's Sarah's.
All right, episode 264, MitchUnfiltered.com. You get a lot more commentary, a lot more people, experts talking about what the heck is up with the Seahawks. More talk, I'm sure, about the Huskies as well. And hopefully by the time we talk to you, let's hope that we've got a Husky team going to the championship series, the playoff. And
we'll talk about the Seahawks fresh off their win over the Dallas Cowboys. It's going to be great.
Like I said, let's hope we talk about the Huskies going to MitchUnfiltered.com, wherever you get podcasts, Mitch Unfiltered. Mitch, thanks for being with us, buddy.
Boys, thank you very much. Love you, and thanks for all the support over the years. Thanks very much.
There's a type of candy that can help you stop having a panic attack, and a therapist confirms this.
Oh, boy.
You're going to hear what it is at 8:17 on The Rock.
BJ and Migs, mornings on The Rock, 99.9 KISW.
I'm Snoop Dogg, and I'm giving up smoke. I know what you're thinking. Snoop, smoke is kind of your whole thing. But I'm done with it. I'm done with the coughing and my clothes smelling all funky. I'm going smokeless. Solo Stove Fix 5. They took out the smoke. Now you can have a nice blaze without any clouds ruining your day. Go smokeless. Go to solostove.com. Tell them Big Snoop Dogg sent you.
Lovers, your local lingerie and adult store has gifts of pleasure for partners who know it's nice to be naughty. Turn up the heat this holiday when you shop at any Lovers store. Let our knowledgeable team help you select the best pleasure presents and save 20% on your purchase with Lovers Afterglow rewards. Just mention Love 20 at one of our 18 Western Washington locations. Offer valid with free Lovers Afterglow rewards membership until December 31st. Some exclusions apply.
Have you or a loved one been injured in an accident? Are you struggling to recover fair compensation? Look no further. At Phillips Law Firm, the experienced personal injury attorneys will fight for your rights and get you the justice and compensation you deserve. They handle a wide range of cases, including car accidents, slip and falls, medical malpractice, and workplace injuries. Justice is a phone call away, so don't wait. Call today for a free case review. Call 1-800-JUSTICE or visit justiceforyou.com.
Coastal Farm and Ranch, just what your holidays need.
Unwrap all the best deals when you shop Coastal's Country Christmas Sale. Save $15 on men's and women's jeans, $49.99 and up. Select Georgia Romeos are $15 off and get 25% off all right-on toys.
Coastal Farm and Ranch, just what your holidays need.
Shop Coastal's Country Christmas Sale now through December 18th at Coastal.
99.9 KISW, The Rock of Seattle. Normally, I really don't have a lot of time for TikTok. But I got to give this TikToker some props, man.
Is it time for you to get a TikTok?
It might have to be because this is helping out. And it's all candy-based, and you can see this video on the BJ and Migs page of KISW.com. But this person's talking about how she was able to stop her panic attack by eating a piece of Warhead's candy, and here she is talking about it.
My therapist told me to eat a Warhead whenever I'm feeling a panic attack coming on. And when I say I've never had anything rip me out of the throes of a panic attack faster, I mean it.
So what are Warheads again?
Warheads are like super sour candies. Are they like those everlasting, like a gobstopper, or no? They're just really sour.
Yeah, they come in like little individual. They're kind of they almost look like a cough drop, but they're just super sour.
Damn, dude.
Yeah, and they have like the different ones. They have the extreme ones. They have the regular one. Yeah,
I like the extreme sours.
Oh, me
those
too.
are really good.
Yeah,
the watermelon's my jam.
And it's supposed to be like I remember, like I took some Sour Patch Kids home because it's supposed to help with cramps. Like if you get a Charlie horse.
Oh, yeah, we did hear about that.
Instead of pickle juice, you do. So I wonder if Warhead's double duties because I don't like that kind of stuff. That's not my favorite candy, but I have Sour Patch Kids at home now.
Just in case.
Just because, we get those anal Charlie
Don't
horses.
say we like as if like we're a team.
That's the
this.
one. But I never started getting those until you did.
It's not like it's not like a transmitted thing.
I feel like it is. You passed it along. It's a virus.
I sat on the toilet here at work, and then you did, and then you got the anal Charlie horse.
That's what I'm going with.
That's why I always keep a jar of pickles in my refrigerator, though.
Yeah, so now we got to get Warheads because I have panic attacks from time to time.
Yeah.
And, this is amazing because, boom, you can get out of it with a Warhead. That is so awesome.
That's interesting, though. I wonder why.
Yeah, and we got a therapist because, she said her therapist told her, but I still, I would probably talk to my therapist first to go, hey, should I be doing this? And here's a therapist online saying, yeah, this is legitimate.
Oh my God, I'm so glad this video popped up in my feed because I thought I was the only therapist that was recommending this to clients. Here is why the infamous Warhead treatment actually is legit and works. Your brain can only handle one emergency at a time. So if you give your brain a new emergency to worry about, then it has to focus on that instead of the thing that you're panicking about. So believe it or not, intense temperatures or sour or spicy foods will give you a new emergency and therefore let go of that anxious panic thought that you're having. Here's your excuse to go buy a bunch of Fireballs, Warheads, super strong mints, whatever you need to get through your day and decrease those panic attacks instantly.
That's interesting.
Yeah, it makes a lot of sense.
Isn't it like, remember when you used to say, oh, like my elbow hurts. Oh, then I'll kick you in the shin and you forget that your elbow hurts.
Yes.
Because now your shin hurts. So it's kind of like that mindset.
Yeah, it makes a lot of sense because if you notice when finally one pain goes away, you realize you got another one and that pain was always there.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that you're right.
So it doesn't have to be a Warhead. It could be like, I could just keep like wasabi in my pocket.
Oh, well, if you want
in your mouth or something.
If you want to keep wasabi in your pocket.
I'm just thinking.
Boy, don't keep it like in your breast pocket, because if that wasabi is down, in the other pockets and it leaks, you're not going to be a happy boy.
Fair.
Yeah.
You won't have any panic attacks, though.
Take a icy hot, and like you morons did, and I bet that's an emergency, and that'll also stop the panic
Dude,
attack.
you used to have panic attacks every night. What changed? I put icy hot on my boys every single day.
Woo! I don't panic about anything anymore.
I'm in constant pain down below.
It's funny because I often said that about, like when when you're lucky enough to be physically intimate with somebody, your problems go away. Like, even if you had problems, if all of a sudden someone says, let's go, at least for me as a dude, I'm like, I don't know what I was worried about, because right now, this is where
This is what I'm doing.
And maybe it's the same thing. Like, the mind can only handle one big, gigantic moment at a time.
But what an interesting thing that could help people when some people are like, maybe I need medication to spend all this money, and then you realize, oh no, I could just go to CVS or wherever and get a bag of candy.
Look at that.
And just have it handy.
So I got my panic attacks, my Charlie horse, it's all taken care of. This is perfect.
At first I was thinking, can I get candy corn? Because I think that stuff tastes terrible. But it sounds like it has to be something spicy or something like that. It's not just bad candy is not going to make me stop having a panic attack.
Yeah, I guess the super sour is your body's just for whatever reason, your body's like, we got to figure this out. And I don't know why super sour stops the Charlie horse, or pickle juice. What the hell is with that the body goes, I'm going to stop giving you this horrific pain because maybe it has to go do something else. And it goes, well, whatever we're doing to the leg, we can't do anymore. We got to go over here and deal with this pickle juice. I don't know.
Sometimes the answers are out there. I'm sure if I did the research, I'd get the answer. But I'm just going to chalk it up to, okay, sounds good. I'll just drink some pickle juice. Not even going to question why. If it makes me feel better.
By the way, big props to the therapist to be able to explain it in super layman's terms.
Yes. Almost to the point where I question if she's even a therapist.
Yeah, she really just looked like a regular person. She could have been making it up for all I know.
I know. You're saying it. I'm like, you're making this making way too much sense and not using big words. I don't trust you.
Was this before or after she got arrested for impersonating a therapist?
Right.
I'm wondering when this happened. There's a new interview out with Rolling Stone UK with Ozzy Osbourne, and he says, this is his own assessment. I don't know if he's actually talked to anybody, but he says he has 10 more years to live at best. Which, if that's true, that he definitely knows that, yeah, pretty much, dude, 10 years that's the best you're going to do. That's interesting info.
Well, especially with all those all the stuff that's come out in the last year or so. Over the last few years, but the last year has been pretty rough for him. 10 years. I keep wondering whenever I see him trending, I'm like, oh, what's going on? 10 years might sound like an exaggeration, and I'm not saying that to be funny. He just sounds like he's just been battling some massive health issues.
Yeah, and he had a fall, and how about this? He had a fourth surgery. He had 4 surgeries because of the damage he did because of when he fell back in 2019. And when you're an old person, and that they say that's the thing that really just your life goes downhill quick when you're old and you fall. No, it happens where you can be old.
It sounds so terrible.
It is. I know. This is why
I see a doctor. You're like, look, just to let you know, your life's about to go downhill quick.
I'm going to get body wrap. Once I think I get into my 70s, I'm just going to go, please body wrap me, because I know if I fall, and you know me, I fall.
Yes.
I fall just normally.
Well, you got the walking sticks now. There's no excuse.
I need more than that. I think I really do. But how about this? When Ozzy had his 4th surgery to fix that spinal damage, because they put a rod in his spine, they found a tumor on one of his vertebrae, and you're like, oh my gosh, it's just everything is just this is, I guess, nature. Nature's just going, dude, you've had enough time to peace out.
Well, yeah, he put his body and his mind through the ringer over the years.
And he's still a darn good age. I expect people like that to be done at 50, like him and Keith Richards. It is so not fair. And
it's so not fair that they're still alive.
Yes, because of the way they lived. You know what I mean? It's like you're healthy. I know healthy people that ran around Green Lake and stuff, doing all, and they're a mess, and they didn't do anything. They didn't have anywhere near the lifestyle that Keith and Ozzy had.
Okay.
That's why I think that's why it's hard to convince me I should go to the gym. I'm not doing it. Anyway, that's my reason.
Well, I don't think Keith or Ozzy are going to the gym.
Yeah, I know. That's what I'm saying.
You need to snort ants and do heroin.
You're right. Where's that bad?
Don't do that, BJ.
Yeah, okay. What if I snort heroin and do ants? Can I do that?
It hasn't helped you over the years.
No, it really
hasn't. Been trying that.
I do like ants. Ozzy said that he really wants to be well enough to give his fans one final show. That's all he says. Look, if I'm going to die in 10 years, he said, I'm so effing mad. I never got the chance to say goodbye or thank you because my fans or what it's all about. If I can just do a few gigs, they've been loyal to me for years, and he just wants to do one more show. He says, he wants to go up there and go, hi guys, thank you so much for my life. And that's what he's working towards. He says, if I drop down dead at the end of that final show, I die a happy man.
That's heavy. And that's really like a testament to how much he loves his fans.
Yeah.
Like, because some people would just be like, whatever, or they'd be like, I just want more money. I don't think he's really hurting for money, so I don't think it's that.
Yeah.
So, I mean, he just wants to do a show just so that his fans can kind of get a proper goodbye. I think there's something really cool about that.
I agree. And this has been his life. So I never even thought about the mental ramifications of him not being able to perform, especially since that's his love and that's what he's known.
And I did read that he says that he refuses to perform in a wheelchair. Some people are like, why don't you just wheel out there and do? And I've seen that. Like, there's a band called Life of Agony where Mina, the front woman, was battling like some nasty sciatica, I guess, or something along those lines, where like she couldn't even stand and was performing in a wheelchair, and it was like crushing her. And now she's better, but like I was like, yeah, it's got to be tough if you're a front person and like you're known for like running around the stage. Now all of a sudden you're just sitting in a chair. That's got to be tough.
Yeah, unless you get like one of those souped up wheelchairs
or those really cool Dave Grohl chair.
Yeah, definitely. But yeah, it's so we'll see how that works out, if he can work his way back to health and do that one final show or a small mini tour or something, just so he can say goodbye to the fans. Ozzy Osbourne.
What if that that'd be so. I mean, this is very dark.
Oh boy, here we go.
He does the show and then does die right after that. You're just like, it's like that's kind of what he wanted, but this sucks that he passed away.
Dude, I've been watching this documentary because that happened. There's a great documentary about Albert Brooks, and if you don't know Albert Brooks, I mean, you're probably a little young. He's an older performer, but Albert Brooks was considered one of the geniuses of comedy in the 70s and 80s, and he did a ton of great movies, and he's just well loved in the world of comedy, directing and acting, and he's brilliant. And I watched this documentary, and they talked about his dad. His dad was a performer as well, and there was like a Friars Club kind of a thing, and his dad goes up and kills it. He goes up and does a speech at one of these events, goes back to his table and drops dead. He goes back to his seat. Albert Brooks' dad drops dead.
Dude, that's insane.
And I mean, and Albert said, I mean, he had the best set of his life. People thought that was one of the funniest times they ever saw him. So that was, in a way, even though I was a little kid, probably the greatest way he'd want to go was just to die after doing his act.
It makes you. I mean, we can't find out. Maybe we can. But like, is it like basically like your mind is keeping you going until you finally hit that, and you're like, okay. I mean, obviously, like and it's not like you can just decide when you're going to live and die, but are you just holding out for that because you know there's that one last opportunity, and like it's taking everything in you to stay alive?
Yeah.
Because
it's so trippy.
Because it happened in the world wrestling, the Ultimate Warrior. You remember that guy?
Yeah.
I mean, we talked to him one time on a show. Even like he was an out there dude. He was blacklisted from the WWE forever. There's massive issues, and they finally kind of like fixed whatever issues there were, inducted him to the Hall of Fame, and then he got to do one last promo or speech in front of the fans on like a Monday Night Raw, and then I think it was that night or the next day. He had a heart attack and died.
Oh, man.
And he was in bad shape. I mean, obviously his health wasn't all that great from some of the supplements that he might have put in his body over the years.
Yeah.
But it was just like, was he holding out once he realized, I'm going to get inducted into the Hall of Fame? Like, was there something in him that was just keeping him going just so he could get to that point, have that last final moment in front of all the fans, get that love, and then then he was gone.
Yeah, there's something to be said.
That's crazy, though.
Yeah, there are people that like when I've heard that the spouses go, then they go, okay, I'm done.
See, I don't want to die doing something I love.
Really?
No.
You want to die doing something you hate?
Yeah, get me out of my misery.
You would like be at the dentist?
Yeah,
you just die there in the dentist chair.
Why not? That way I don't have to deal with it.
Well, that is a good point.
I don't want to die. It's very dark.
You know what? That's a very interesting point. Like, if I could die before going to the dentist, like they put me in the chair and then I die. You're right. I think I would like that as opposed to dying.
See,
okay.
Like staff meeting.
You got to die in there.
Right there.
First of all, I would be so
don't
entertained.
Let me croak at pain in the grass or something fun.
The problem is you always look like you are dead at a staff meeting, but people would just think you were sleeping. They wouldn't think you were dead.
They're like, Steve's still asleep. Do we wake him up?
No, he's fine. 3 days later, guys, I don't think he's sleeping.
Yeah, I mean, that meeting was bad, but it wasn't that bad.
Yeah, he hasn't moved. I think, boy, I know he's a sound sleeper, but he might be. Damn. Yeah.
I feel like there could be like a really cool, like, I don't know, documentary or
of all the people that died?
Well, that's
like when they were doing stuff?
Stories of like you told yours and Ultimate Warrior of Ozzy, like stories of like when people got to do what they love
Poor Elvis.
to the very last moment.
And Elvis died on the toilet.
But what did he do? Die? Wasn't he eating his favorite sandwich?
I did hear that, which is a little disturbing. I mean, look, it's disturbing to think that the dude was basically saying, you know what, I'm going to do some one-stop shopping. I'm going to eat the sandwich, and then I'm going to deposit. I mean, I just feel like,
I don't know if that's how he was thinking.
Well, I mean, what is he doing on the toilet eating a sandwich?
Time management.
Yeah. That's what I mean, one-stop shopping. He was just like, well, you know what, man's got to eat, and a man's got to do other things, so thank you very much. And it's so embarrassing. I don't want to do that either. I don't want to die in embarrassing positions where my kids have to go. Oh,
why? You don't have to face it.
I know, but I don't want them to have to face it because I think Joey would make Sarah do it. Oh. And I think that's horrible for Sarah to have to walk in and fish her father out of the toilet. Or whatever.
I think J-Rubs, the son-in-law.
Oh, poor the son-in-law.
He's the one that's going to handle it.
I think there's going to be a chain of command. Joe would give it to Sarah. Sarah would give it to Vicky, and then Vicky would have to. Deal
poor
with all
Vicky
of
would
it.
get the job. You're right.
Oh,
yeah,
that's rough.
Yeah, that would be really rough for Vicky.
I still think it'd be J-Rubs. I think if anyone's going to handle you naked in a bathroom dead, what is going on here?
Yeah, see, I got to tell you something. I'm a son-in-law. I'm not going in handling the in-law. I mean, you know what? She's there. I'm not going in there figuring that out.
I don't think he's going to do it I don't think he's raising his hand hoping that he's going to get to do it. I think he's going to do it because no one else will. And he's like, well, someone has to do it. I guess I'll handle it.
Oh, he's a heck of a man because I'm like, well, you know what then? She stays there. You know what? Let's just make a nice little memorial right here in front of her. That's what I would do.
He's a stand-up kind of guy. I think he would pick you up naked in the bathroom.
Oh yeah, I had to wash my dad a little bit in the shower one time because he was really he had cancer. Okay, what are you going to do? The guy needed a bath, and I was the only one living there.
No. Okay, I'm sorry.
You're right.
To laugh.
But it was
I don't know where you're just I gave my dad a bath.
Yeah,
I don't know what to say in this situation.
I know, and you're right. It's definitely funny, but I wanted to stop you because because look, I would have laughed if you told me the same thing. But it was her. It was. I mean, you had to, but I didn't want to do that.
And I'm sure he didn't want you to do that.
No, it was like it was so awkward for both of us.
You talk about the Red Sox while all this is going on? Or?
I don't think I want to talk about a baseball or a bat or anything when I had to go do that. Because there's a certain age when a father and a son stop seeing each other naked, I think.
Yes.
It just happens.
Right.
And
at some point you just realize this has to stop.
Yeah, and if you're fortunate enough, you never ever have to see each other naked ever again.
Right.
And that wasn't the case for me because he got so sick that somebody had to give him a sponge bath, and I was the only one living at home at the time. And it was like, oh, this is not good. And he had to have this bath for some reason, and I'm like, all right.
Well, I mean,
he needed help. He was in the shower, and it wasn't so much a bath, but he was in the shower, and he said he needed some help with something because he thought he could do it on his own. And then he starts calling me, and I'm like, well, I don't want to go in there. I mean, he's in the shower. I don't need to. It was awkward.
Yeah, that's a lot of questions I don't want to ask.
I don't. They're not going to end in a good place. Every question you have is going to end with more awkwardness. And we never spoke about it again.
No,
it was an unwritten rule.
Nor should you.
I agree. I mean, I did. I spoke about it with many therapists, but otherwise, you're right. I did not with him.
Yeah, I mean, that's something where you're just like, look, I know I got to do this. We don't need to talk about it.
It really is. Yeah, you're right.
Just going to grin and bear it.
It was just like head down, keep moving.
Right. Scrub. You playing pool.
At this point, I got to do anything.
Yes.
I don't know what it is. On Friday, Steve, you did get this one right, but it was too late.
What sort of business did George Jefferson own on the Jeffersons?
He had a laundromat.
No.
He owned a laundromat?
No.
He didn't?
Nope.
A cleaner.
Yeah, dry cleaner.
It is a dry
cleaner. Still kind of mad about it.
I don't blame you because they are two different types of places. You want a shot at beating Steve? You got a 206-803-ROCK. We're playing Beat Migs. Going to do that at 8:47 on The Rock.
Today's podcast was brought to you by Travis Gagne, bankruptcy attorney. He's here right now and has agreed to answer more of your questions about bankruptcy. Here's a question from a listener. My house is currently in foreclosure. I've stopped making payments. What can I do to save my house?
If you're already in foreclosure behind on your mortgage, you can stop the foreclosure by filing a bankruptcy. There's different types of bankruptcy. Chapter 13 can help you catch up on your house payments if you're behind. It would mean that you'd have to start making your house payments again and catch up on the amount that you're behind over 5 years. You could also take off or strip off your second mortgage, which would help you to reduce your housing payment every month, especially once you're done with the plan and done catching up on your first mortgage. We could also try to buy you some time by filing a Chapter 13 case. Filing a Chapter 13 would definitely stop your foreclosure.
Thanks, Travis. If you have more questions about bankruptcy, you can reach out to Travis anytime at choosetherightchapter.com. That's choosetherightchapter.com. And thanks for listening.
I'm Snoop Dogg, and I'm giving up smoke. I know what you're thinking. Snoop, smoke is kind of your whole thing. But I'm done with it. I'm done with the coughing and my clothes smelling all funky. I'm going smokeless. Solo stove, fix 5. They took out the smoke. Now you can have a nice blaze without any clouds ruining your day. Go smokeless. Go to solostove.com. Tell them Big Snoop Dogg sent you.
Lovers, your local lingerie and adult store has gifts of pleasure for partners who know it's nice to be naughty. Turn up the heat this holiday when you shop at any Lovers store. Let our knowledgeable team help you select the best pleasure presents and save 20% on your purchase with Lovers Afterglow rewards. Just mention Love 20 at one of our 18 Western Washington locations. Offer valid with free Lovers Afterglow rewards membership until December 31st. Some exclusions apply.
Are you dealing with a personal injury? Don't go it alone. Turn to the experienced team at Phillips Law Firm. Their attorneys have helped thousands of clients get the compensation they deserve. Call Phillips Law Firm now. Call 1-800-JUSTICE or visit justiceforyou.com.
Deep underground the Jelly Belly factory, Bibi is in her secret laboratory creating the weird and wild flavors of Bean Boozled.
I've done it again!
Is it pomegranate or old bandage? Dare to compare. Bean Boozled, 6th edition. Are you brave enough?
I'm Snoop Dogg, and I'm giving up smoke. I know what you're thinking. Snoop, smoke is kind of your whole thing. But I'm done with it. I'm done with the coughing and my clothes smelling all funky. I'm going smokeless. Solo stove, fix 5. They took out the smoke. Now you can have a nice blaze without any clouds ruining your day. Go smokeless. Go to solostove.com. Tell them Big Snoop Dogg sent you.
Have you or a loved one been injured in an accident? Are you struggling to recover fair compensation? Look no further. At Phillips Law Firm, the experienced personal injury attorneys will fight for your rights and get you the justice and compensation you deserve. They handle a wide range of cases, including car accidents, slip and falls, medical malpractice, and workplace injuries. Justice is a phone call away, so don't wait. Call today for a free case review. Call 1-800-JUSTICE or visit justiceforyou.com.
Your home is going into foreclosure and you feel like a financial wreck. You don't know where to turn for accurate information. I'm bankruptcy attorney Travis Gagne. Let's talk about some legal options. If we work quickly, we can propose a plan to save your home, modify the loan, or in many cases even eliminate your second mortgage. The consultation is free. I've helped hundreds of people just like you make informed decisions about whether to save their home or exit it on a reasonable, organized timeline. The chapter you choose sets the tone for the next chapter of your life. Please contact me today at choosetherightchapter.com. That's choosetherightchapter.com.
99.9 KISW, The Rock of Seattle. Once again, we've teamed up with the Washington State Council of Firefighters and Operation Warm to put new coats on kids that are in need. And this year, man, we got 2,500 kids we got to help out, Steve.
That's a lot. That's a lot of coats. So we need the Rockaholics to help out like they have every year. They always step up and donate, whether it be $5 to $200 to $600. It's been really great to see how generous the Rockaholics are around this time of the year.
Only takes 20 to put a brand new coat on a kid in need. And look, you know it was freezing yesterday. And imagine that there are kids out there that don't have coats that are warm enough for them. That's why this is so important. And whether you go online to KISW.com and just click the big donate button, or you can also text us, man. Just text KISW GIVE to the number 44321. That's how you can donate as well. Text KISW GIVE to 44321. Want to thank Patrick Palace and all the good folks at Palace Law for matching up to $1,000 in donations. And again, you want to donate, just go to KISW.com today.
Let's play Beat Migs.
It's time to play the game. So everybody scream his name. Beat Migs. Don't be a loser.
to be Migs. I know Kate from the Olympic Peninsula is. Kate, are you there?
Yes.
All
and
right.
I've got 10 questions and 60 seconds and 3 tries, and it's always so much easier when I'm listening, not like actually calling in. So, fingers crossed.
Kate's taking your job.
You rock.
You did a great job. Yeah, I don't even need to be here. Well, Steve, get out of here. Well, like Kate just explained, for those playing at home, she will have 60 seconds to answer 10 questions. You can pass all you want, but you will only get 3 guesses per question. Are you ready?
I'm ready, but like there's an incredible echo.
Oh, yeah. It's wow. Okay, so you're the second person to say that, so it must be on our end. Wow. How's that now?
Just, there's like delay.
Oh, can you hear it still, the same echo?
Yeah, but can I get 5 extra seconds? No,
Wow,
I'm kidding.
yeah, no, you're right. That's a bummer. We don't know why this is the way this is, but since you're the second person to complain about it, that means we have issues on our end.
We'll see how close
right.
you are. Maybe I'll give you an extra point.
All right, fine.
All right. Unlike a screensaver, a still image used as a desktop background has what home decorative name?
Okay, I can we have short questions?
Oh, so that's the problem.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
What is the name of the first MCU movie released in 2008?
The movie released in 2000. You guys.
Yeah.
It's bad.
Sorry, Kate. I think we're gonna have to take a Pasadena because Kate
Okay,
can't hear
let's
a
have
thing.
Go, BJ, go.
Go,
All right,
BJ.
there we go. Okay, so that would be Iron Man.
Yes. Unlike a screensaver, a still image used as a desktop background has what home decorative name?
Oh my gosh. Pass.
Also becoming a viral dance, what was the first song to hit 1 billion views on YouTube?
Gangnam Style.
Yes. Which country do the Canary Islands belong to?
France?
No.
Oh my gosh, the Canary Islands. The United States?
No.
Oh, Spain.
Yes.
Oh, nice.
Who had the mid-50s hit song Heartbreak Hotel?
Oh, Elvis.
Yes. Archie Bunker is a character from what 70s sitcom?
All in the Family.
Yes. The fast food chain Taco Time originated in what West Coast state?
That would be Washington State.
No.
Oregon
not.
State.
Oh, it's Oregon. Too late, though.
Dang it. Why do I always thought Taco Time was here. They originated in Oregon?
They did. I thought so, too.
Oh, that
You
is.
still got 5 correct.
I know, but I should have got more.
I know, but
He's going to win.
Yes.
he's going to technically have more time.
Yeah, we could. I had to play Steve because our phone issues are so bad. Another echo. Our phones are really bad for people. I don't know why we can't hear them that way, but they can't hear us.
Oh.
Yeah.
Well,
it's
isn't
really
that
bad.
nice?
Yeah, the poor guy earlier, I was just blaming his stupidity, and he was blaming his phone, but really, I guess it is our phone.
Likely story. Yeah.
Right.
Oh, so Kate had a problem?
Yeah, she
so
couldn't echo. It was so bad she couldn't hear the question.
Here's my question, though. She was having no problem talking to us before that, though, right? Why did the problem?
I guess because it was shorter. She was, and she just basically said something where that's why she said, "Hey, I got to echo. Hopefully, it's good."
I'm just saying it sounds convenient for all these people to my phone's not working when the questions are being asked, but when you guys are just talking to me in a conversation, it seems to be just fine.
It does seem like a
Good
little
point.
It
Yeah.
does seem like we're being bamboozled.
I smell shenanigans.
Steve, are you ready?
Oh, yeah!
Unlike a screensaver, a still image used as a desktop background has what home decorative name?
Wallpaper.
Yes! What is the name of the first MCU movie released in 2008?
Iron Man.
Yes. Also becoming a viral dance, what was the first song to hit 1 billion views on YouTube?
Baby Shark. Do.
No.
Oh, Gangnam Style.
Yes. Which country do the Canary Islands belong to?
Country, Canary Islands. I'm going to go with Canada.
No.
Mexico.
No.
Africa.
No. Who had the mid-50s hit song Heartbreak Hotel?
Elvis Presley?
Yes. Archie Bunker is a character from what 70s
All in the
sitcom?
Family.
Yes. The fast food chain Taco Time originated in what West Coast state?
That would be Washington.
No.
Oh, Oregon?
Yes. If there is 360 degrees in one circle, how many are there in two?
Oh, 720.
Yes. What color is the E in the Google logo?
Red.
Yes.
Oh.
How many members are in the boy band BTS?
6.
No.
5.
No.
7.
Yes.
Wow.
Wow. And with that, you get 9 correct, which is a win, 9-5.
Let's go.
I got wrecked.
Wow.
I got wrecked.
Almost a perfect 10.
Yeah.
Almost.
I'm sorry I did that.
I'm sorry you did that too. Not very happy about it. Nice game, jerk.
The only one you got right.
Sorry, I did that.
Or
I
wrong.
did a bad thing.
BJ actually got correct. Which country do the Canary Islands belong to? Spain.
Spain.
I pulled that right on my because I went U.S., I went Canada maybe or England, and then I was like, I know it's someplace in Europe, and I thought, well, let me take a shot on Spain.
Spain, okay.
And it was 9 to 5.
9 to 5.
That's. Can I just bring that up really quick? That's a Dolly Parton song, right?
Yes,
Hell
ma'am.
yeah, she performed it.
Can we just talk about it for a quick minute?
Absolutely.
Oh yeah.
What did y'all think about that?
Oh, I don't know what to make of Dolly Parton, basically, who was at halftime for the Commanders-Cowboys game, dressed as a Dallas Cowboy cheerleader. I had no idea, because you see her in all the outfits and and I didn't realize she was that thin.
Yeah.
I mean, look, she's an old lady, but she fit into that outfit. Outside, obviously, she's got, the top she's always had, which makes it a challenge to dress her, but...
I mean, my friend came over and she was raving and loving this performance. I hated it.
Oh yeah, I wasn't a fan of the performance.
She looked
What'd
so...
you expect? It was Dolly Parton lip syncing to her songs. Like, what more do
She
you
looked
want?
like, if anything was to go wrong, she looked like it would have been all over.
She's 77.
But
she was grabbing that back of the stage to make sure when she was walking she wouldn't fall over. And I was
enjoyed
like, okay.
it. I thought it ruled.
Oh, it was so cringy to me.
I had fun listening to it. Look, I'm not like going out to buy her records because it was cool to hear Jolene. That was awesome. All the backing vocalists, it was like they took up the entire football field. Her dressed as a Dallas Cowboys cheerleader.
Sarah looks so disgusting.
Yeah, Sarah was not happy.
I kept waiting
I
for...
felt like that would have been like an inspiration to you.
An inspiration to look like you can't even walk like 3 feet without help?
Yeah,
she's 77 years old.
Yeah.
I don't know. Talk to me when I'm that age, but...
If you make it to that age.
I kept being
Couple
like,
of
okay.
box wine, you're walking worse than that.
Well, I mean, that's true. But I kept being like, okay, someone's going to come out and get this like party going. Because usually the
Miley
cheerleaders are,
Yeah, it was the party.
Miley or
wasn't gonna go.
Taylor or Beyonce. No, nothing. It was Dolly the whole time. I was like, oh, man.
They really gave her a lot of time, too.
Yeah, they did.
I know.
I thought that was kind of crazy. I enjoyed it. I mean, not like...
It was too long.
It was fine because it was in the background while I'm trying to make my candied marshmallow yams.
Yes. If your background,
I wasn't sitting there like invested in it. I'm like, hey, everyone shut up and sit down. Dolly Parton's on the TV.
It's so funny because that's the one thing I usually am invested in. Seeing like the Dallas Cowboys cheerleaders like dance and be so sexy behind like some amazing musical artist. So I really was like, okay, everyone pause what you're doing. It's the halftime show.
I thought it was funny, though, the tale of 3 halftime shows. Did you like kind of pay, like, so Jack Harlow, who's a hip hop artist,
killed it.
which most people hated. They're like,
Really?
who is this guy? This guy sucks. I thought it was fine. But like, why are we even wasting our time with this? And Dolly came on. Unlike you, most people enjoyed it. You must be a terrorist. But like, I was like, this is amazing. She's 77. Look at. And I did see some people like, I'd still do her. I'm like, well, no one's asking. Okay.
Oh, I did. You didn't see me put on the internet?
I'm sure you did.
Who would do Dolly Parton? Big question of the day.
I posted like Dolly rocked. I had like people like, oh, I still bang her. I'm like, I didn't. That wasn't.
Yeah, I don't know
that
why
wasn't part of the conversation.
Why
but
is
cool.
that ever put up anytime, anywhere? I mean, it's just like you pretty much go, hi, I'm a Neanderthal. I don't know how I survived the Ice Age, but here I am.
And then for the Seahawks game, a lot of people that are fans of like EDM music were very fired up because was it Steve Aoki?
Yeah.
I think that's how he pronounces his
Yeah.
name. He was the halftime entertainment. They showed him for like 12 seconds.
Right?
And then it was
like,
done.
And then it just went to the commercial break. I'm like, oh, man. So like you had like each halftime performance had elicited a different kind of response, it seems like, from mainstream.
Yeah, why didn't they give him more time? Why did NBC go, hi, guess what, we're going to be lame?
They probably were just like, oh, he's just hitting play and playing a song. Like, who cares?
Oh, my. It's kind of like Dolly Parton, really.
I mean,
when you think about it with the syncing.
Yeah.
Really?
But I was excited to watch him because, I mean, his video screens looked really cool. I'm like, that would have been cool to see.
Yeah, I was.
Only cool thing to see at the Seahawks game, really.
Oof.
Yeah, you weren't kidding. Hey, while we're talking about Thanksgiving, got to give a big shout out to Mercer Island High School Marching Band.
Bro!
Yeah.
I got way too fired up about that when I saw that on the Thanksgiving Day parade.
Yeah.
Almost as excited as when I saw Bluey on there.
Yeah, well, yeah, I know. And believe me, I know how excited you get when you see Bluey.
Oh, man.
Yeah, dude, they killed it.
They were great.
They really killed it. And I saw signs all around Mercer Island, so I was like, oh, my God, they're going to be on Macy's. So I made sure, I told Sarah, I said, we got to make sure we watch it this year.
So we had it playing in the background, and I heard Mercer Island. I'm like, huh? What? And my wife's like, wait, is Mercer Island there? I'm like, this is news to me. And I was looking for you, and I was like, oh, that didn't bring everyone.
Yeah, I was, you didn't see me? I was banging a drum. You didn't see me there.
But that was cool. And then they had like a cool sign at the end of it. What did they say?
It said, thank you, Mom and Dad.
Yeah, I thought that was pretty cool.
Yeah, because how expensive was flying?
Oh, I bet it
Mercer
Island.
Out there.
That's
true.
Doesn't
matter.
It's not like, the Squim marching band. I don't know why Squim was the most.
And why is Squim like poverty town? I feel like you got to have a little bit of money to live in Squim a little bit.
I mean, I think of Mercer Island, you think of people, they got a couple dollars.
Yeah. Well, I bet Squim's got a couple dollars, maybe, whatever.
I haven't bothered to look at the economic breakdown of the city of Squim.
Yeah.
It was just the first name that came to mind.
Sorry, Squim. You know what? You're
I should have been fired up if it was Squim out there, because the chatter on social media would have been great. Like, what did they say this town was called when it's spelled that way?
Yeah. Yeah,
that was cool.
Yeah, great for MI High. And boy, they did really do a good job at that, because sometimes I'm not a big fan of the marching bands that show up. Sometimes I go, why are they even on
I
this
thought they
parade?
were great, but I also thought, did we like them a lot because it was Mercer Island?
Ooh, good point.
If it was like Green Bay, Wisconsin's marching band and they did the exact same performance, you would have been like, whatever.
Yeah.
But it was extra cool because it's like the home. And, dude, I thought they were great as well.
Yeah, definitely bias.
Yes.
Yeah. And first time I can think of I ever saw a Washington State band on Macy's. I've been watching it for years. I just never noticed. Probably because I wasn't living in Washington State for some of those years, so why would I care?
Right.
Yeah.
But Bluey was awesome.
Blue. Yeah, we got to get Bluey.
Well, because they also had the little red balloon, so it was big for the float, or for the so everyone could play Keepy Uppy. I was very excited about that.
Keepy Uppy.
Yeah.
I am so happy. I don't know what the hell you're talking about.
Oh, I'll show you.
No, you're not going to show me Keepy Uppy. That could be a good
pill
day
for this. Yeah, I know.
Yeah, my God. It is time for Listeners on the Loose. You pick the topic, you guide the show. Call us, text us, 206-803-ROCK. Your calls, your texts, we got those at 917 on The Rock.
BJ and Migs, mornings on The Rock, 99.9 KISW.
99.9 KISW, The Rock of Seattle. It is Listeners on the Loose, where you pick the topic, you guide the show. The number's 206-803-ROCK. You can call us at that number. You can text us at that number. If you get through, remember Steve has a rule.
It's a simple rule, and that's to show some energy and bring it. Otherwise, we're going to think on you and then say goodbye.
Goodbye, old friend.
206-803-ROCK, the number to call, the number to text for Listeners on the Loose.
Someone just texted, I just watched Dolly's performance, Dolly Parton, at the halftime performance of the Cowboys game, and I hate to say it, but I agree with BJ. I was worried about her falling the whole time. The energy was low, and she didn't even look like she was even trying to sing. They gave her just a fake microphone. I adore Dolly, but that was not a good performance.
Yeah.
So you guys watched it the wrong way.
Well, yeah, you were watching it while not watching it.
Yes. Watch it distracted, where you just kind of look over for a second and go, Dolly's looking good, and then go back to doing whatever you're doing. And it was a great performance.
I mean, I'm happy for the love that she's getting. And look, she looks like she's in a lot better shape than me, so I can't throw stones in that department. So, at the end of the day, she didn't hurt. She didn't do anybody any harm.
The only thing that I wasn't a fan of, I could live without her performing a Queen song ever again.
Oh,
We Are the Champions, and We
yes.
Will Rock You. It's just I really haven't been I know that she's doing that rock record because she wants to give a nod to rock music, being that she's now in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. And I think that's really cool, and it's a fun story. But I have really had no interest in hearing her sing rock songs.
Yeah, I that was what really soured me. I really thought those songs were not good.
Yeah.
Yeah, and maybe 20 years ago it would be different if she tried it. But I think, it's like, no, lady, just stick to the slow stuff or whatever.
No, lady.
Yeah, I hate to say that, or bring Miley out and let her try something, yeah. But again, when I'm 77, if I can get out of the chair, I think that would be my victory. Right. So good for Dolly for doing what she did.
All right, we got a few text messages about something that's very important to a couple of people on the show. Maybe even everybody.
All right, let's do this.
The first one says, did Steve and Danny get their new Kraken jersey? Another one says, anyone order a Winter Classic jersey? LOL.
I did see those, and I also like. Look, it's the winter classic Kraken jersey. Of course, really harkens back to the Metropolitans. It's really got that vibe.
It's a great nod to the Metropolitans without it being the Metropolitans, which
Exactly.
is why I like it, because I know a lot of people get all gaga about the whole Metropolitans being the first American-based team to win the Stanley Cup back in the early-ish 1900s, but it does nothing for me.
Yeah, I'm not a. Oh yeah, I think
like
their
the
jersey.
name.
Yeah, and the jersey, I've never liked that jersey.
No, the Christmas tree, basically.
Yeah, it's ugly.
But this looks great.
Yeah,
I love this jersey.
Yeah, it's
for a Winter Classic. I wouldn't want this to be their main jersey.
Well, I actually like Vegas's version of their Winter Classic jersey.
A lot of people are complaining about that one, and I think it just looks good. Maybe it's just because it's not over the top. Although I cannot unsee after somebody said this on like social media.
Oh, what?
It looks like basically two middle fingers at the top of the V.
Oh, it does.
And
You're
every
right.
time I look at it now, it kind of makes me think of.
Oh, that's exactly what I see now.
Which makes me like it more because I think that's funny.
Oh, you're right, dude. Now I can't unsee that.
Because it's like a little script kind of a thing, a little cursive thing going. And it just looks like a person who only has three fingers flipping you the bird.
Okay, now that you're right. Now that's even better. I didn't even. Now that's all I'm thinking of.
What I love about the Kraken one, I did not know this because I haven't seen one in person yet, but I keep seeing people talking about it, that the S is felt.
It's so felt.
Yeah, did you get one?
I got one.
You did?
Yeah, it's in my closet right
What?
now.
You did it?
Of course he did.
Well,
where were the pictures?
Well, because I was waiting, I was going to wear it on the next Kraken Thursday because I got it over the weekend because my mom, actually, my birthday's coming up in about a week and a half. And she had literally told me last week, go to the Kraken store and pick something out.
Oh, the timing.
It was the day before they released the jersey. And I didn't see anything else. So thank God I didn't actually buy anything else there. So I was like, I told my mom, I was like, well, I'm going to have to find something else. I didn't find anything else. The next day is when they released it.
That's amazing.
And I was like, Mom, I know I have a lot of jerseys, but and she's like, no, I told you to pick something out. Go ahead and get it. So I ordered one immediately, and it showed up in the mail this weekend.
Which one did you get? Like what player?
I just got a blank one.
You got a blank one?
I got a blank one, yeah.
That was nice to you, Mom, because otherwise you were spending a lot more money.
It was an extra $100, and I was to do the customized. And eventually I think I'm going to pay to get, because I really love, which Steve actually pointed out, was that the numbers are in red. And it looks just so clean. Like, I do want to get
the name and number, or not the name, but the numbers. You're right. Yeah, it looks really cool.
Yeah, I do want to eventually do that. But, and it's funny, too, because the last time Steve and I went to a game, we saw one of the old, sweaters with the old S, and it's, the Christmas color, you know what I mean? And I told Steve, I love that jersey so much. So this one, paying homage to that and stuff, I was just like, yes, I want one so bad.
Yeah, I love it says Kraken instead of Seattle in the middle on the S. I love the 1917 to, cool. That's a nice nod to the Metropolitans, the year they won the Stanley Cup. That's inside the collar. Everything about it just looks really cool. I'm torn. I don't know. I might be getting one for Christmas. My wife asked me a very odd question.
Oh, did she? Let's sleuth this out.
She just we were talking about the jersey, and I don't know. Oh, she goes, well, who's the most popular player on the team, would you say?
Oh, what a great question.
Right? But then it kind of messed with me because I'm like, well, do I give her who I think is the most popular player on the team, or do I give her the player who's the most popular to Steve? Because I want that jersey.
Sure.
Oh, this is a tough one, because if she needs that answer to win $1 million and you give her your one, you cost yourself $1 million.
Sure. I was very torn on that. That's a very loaded question without me being like, well, what are you doing with this information? And for all I know, she's not getting it from me, which is fine.
Yeah, but that is
a pretty penny these
Look,
days.
It's the time of year. You're a giant hockey fan. Oh, yeah. I mean, that question is totally loaded and totally.
So what answer did you give?
Oh, number 10, Matty Beniers.
There we go.
There it is.
Because I already have a Yanni Gord one, but he's my, that's my favorite player. But if I'm going to go with another, I know this is important for everyone to know, but if I'm going to pick another player, I don't want to get the same name and number.
And honestly, you're not wrong with the Matty Beniers thing.
I'm glad you told us all that, because I don't think I would have been able to go on with my day.
I know. I'm like, what are we talking about here?
You're not wrong with the Matty Beniers, though. He's a very popular player.
He might be the most popular Kraken player.
Yeah.
I predict that a Matty Beniers jersey, which if it is indeed the Winter Classic version, which is it's a sweet. I think I like that better than our alternate jersey.
Yeah. The retro reverse one?
The retro reverse.
100%.
Yeah.
This is way cooler.
Yeah.
Also, I don't know if you noticed too that if you order from the Seattle, like one of the team stores, it comes with the Winter Classic patch on it as well.
Does it also come with the Christmas ornament?
I didn't know. It didn't come with
the Christmas ornament too.
It's a jersey Christmas ornament that some people
Oh, that's really cool.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Yeah, that's pretty nice, man.
Oh, it's pretty awesome. Yes, and then I'm also like, then I'm like, do I need to like let her know like I wear a different size jersey than I would like a T-shirt? Like I'm not a large.
You just got to drop it.
Yeah,
man. You got to drop it in conversation. Oh, by the way,
know.
50 is my size.
Yeah, I know. I know you think large, but medium actually fits me a lot better with the jersey.
Here's what you do: you're in the closet. And you're going through because you're going, I got to wear one. And I go, you know what I hate? Everybody thinks I'm fat. Why? Because it says 50 on here is my size, but that's not my size. But you have to do the jerseys bigger like that.
No, that
so,
don't seem obvious.
Oh, it's just as obvious. Who's your favorite player? Who's the best player on the team?
Most popular player. Yeah. I feel like if she said who's your favorite player, that's a dead giveaway.
Yeah. I can't believe people think that 50, the size of my hockey jerseys, is not that's my size.
You know, I just got to wear one of my jerseys. Like, isn't it crazy that this is a medium and it fits me so much better than a large?
Yes.
She's like, why are you wearing a jersey around the house? I'm like, the Kraken are playing. I always do that. She's like, you've never done that.
Honey,
it's midnight on a Saturday.
I just like wearing my jersey. It's cold downstairs.
Yeah, could you put some pants on? That's all I ask, honey. I mean, the jersey's nice, but how about some pants? This is awesome. I mean,
I do love the jersey.
Danny, I hope I get to see that. You got to bring that jersey in. I want to see what it looks like.
I will.
Yeah, because I heard it's got like that felt on the S, is it?
And that's how they used to do it, right? Back in the day?
That's the nod to it. And I heard that even the not, because they have like the super expensive and then they got the Fanatics brand one. And even that one has the felt style. And typically Fanatics doesn't do that.
That's nice.
With their crests. They usually just kind of do like a print.
Yeah.
So that's a step up in the right direction.
Nice.
I'll wear mine tomorrow.
I wonder if the numbers on the back are felt. That's another question.
I have no idea. Are your numbers felt?
I didn't get numbers.
That's right.
I didn't get numbers.
Yeah. Sorry.
Yeah. Oh, well, that's probably, hey, $100, they better make it. It better be gold at this point. That's like, really.
Now, hopefully the team can start playing better so that way we can.
They were at 500. I was so excited. And then they weren't.
I mean, technically, but that's not counting then the overtime losses. You could be, you're 8-5. Or something like that, whatever the record is.
You're right, yeah.
I mean, you still lost 5 more times.
Yeah, you did.
So you're really not 500.
Whoops.
I know.
Yeah, it's a good point. You know what? I tried to believe. I tried to believe, and it's really hard to believe.
There's still hope.
Yeah, I mean, again, I'm St. Louis Bluesing this. I just keep thinking of those Blues from a couple seasons ago who had a horrible first half and came back and won the Cup.
I just texted. Steer went to my first Kraken game on Wednesday. I hear you guys talk about how they aren't good this season. False. Most incredible first period, and I was there in person. The arena was electric. And I also say to BJ, get that soft serve.
Okay, you saved yourself with Mr. Softy. Because, I mean, yes, you were at a good game. I have friends that have season tickets, and I ask them, I go, have you seen a win this season? Because they don't go to all the games.
Yeah.
But they could, and I literally said, dude. I mean, at the game I went to, we lost, and I feel like every damn game at home, they're like, and they haven't seen many wins.
Yeah, well, that was the game against the San Jose Sharks where they won 7-1. I think they scored like 4 goals in the first period. That game was awesome.
It was so good. I heard San Jose quit after that game. They just left the hockey league. They were like, we just got destroyed by the Kraken. We got to go.
They are now in the WHL. It's weird.
Yeah. That's a team the Sharks have.
They only have 4 wins. They're terrible.
I haven't seen them be relevant in a long time. You know what I mean? They're like one of those teams where I'm like, oh, I forgot the Sharks were even in hockey.
Okay.
Well, I did. I mean, I can't remember the last time the Sharks were like really anybody.
No, they're definitely not one of the better teams.
I mean, look, even New Jersey last season made a name for themselves, and they've done stuff in the past. Yeah. Have they had a good run?
No, I remember the only reason I know about the Sharks was because the starter jackets were really popular in Albuquerque for some reason. Like everyone wanted a San Jose Sharks hockey like starter jacket back in the day.
Yeah. I know them and the Ducks. I'm like, have they done anything? I can't remember anything.
Dude, I had like this in my head that it wasn't that long ago that they had a decent season, but that was like back in 2018. The last few years has just been red rotten for them.
Yeah, and even I don't know how far they went in 2018. Maybe they went a couple rounds in the playoffs. Maybe I don't know.
Conference finals.
Oh, they did get to the finals. All right, that's nice.
But I mean, since then they haven't made the playoffs, and it's not looking like they're going to make the playoffs this year with the way they did. But at least, hey, that's a team we can beat.
That's what. Hey, listen, we get to play, and they're in our conference, right? So we get to play them a couple more times.
Everybody needs a team they can beat.
Woo! Let's go, San Jose. Thank you for being there.
Yeah, thanks for being a team.
Yeah. Oh man. Well, hopefully the Kraken can turn it around. That would be nice.
Someone said, I'll never get grown men wearing other guys' jerseys.
Well, so do you
gonna
mean
be
you'll
one of
never
life's-
understand it, or you'll never go out there and actually petition for grown men to wear other guys' jerseys? Because I'm not sure what you're saying, because we don't do it either. We buy it for ourselves.
There are some people that refuse. I will never wear a jersey of another man's name on my back or something along those lines. It's like, okay, then don't. Then save yourself the money, and we'll make bad purchases by doing that.
Yeah. Do you do anything at all where you like really like tribute a celebrity, sir or ma'am? Do you ever do anything at all where you have
Maybe not.
something in your home where because
Maybe
it's
not.
because of a celeb?
Maybe not.
Maybe not. That's a horrible life.
I don't know if it's a horrible life.
Oh, it's a horrible life. They're probably sad right now as we speak.
I don't think it's weird that you don't, but I think it's weird that you think other people doing it is weird.
Yeah.
Like, why do you care about other people in their quest for happiness?
Yeah, and I think you're a very bad person, and I'm going to find you.
Well, and what are you going to do when you find him? Put a jersey on him?
Yeah, exactly. I have a certain set of skills. I'm going to find you.
You
And
wear
when I
this
do,
Jordan Everly jersey and like it.
I will put a Brandon Tanev jersey on you, and you are going to like it. That's what I'm going to do. That's what's going to happen right
We're
there.
going to tie you down.
Yeah, exactly.
Radio host arrested for forcing another man to wear a jersey with another man's name on the back of it.
I'll give you 2 days. If you don't show up in a jersey, I'll find you.
I'm just jealous because you're saving money. I wish I had that mindset.
Okay, let me hold on. If you didn't spend money on jerseys, you would spend it on something else. There is no way you're not going to spend money.
You're not wrong.
Yeah, so let's
The
see.
NHL just announced I think it's like a partnership with Starter or some company where they're doing like blackout hockey.
Of course, you're going to get that. I mean,
attire.
Yeah, you're the guy that wears black. How do you not get that?
Of course.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, there you go.
So I'm excited to see what they're going to do with the Kraken. That comes out this Wednesday.
I'll tell you what they're going to do. They're going to make it black on black.
Well, yeah, I get that. But you just don't know what kind of like a cool thing. Because look, like they got like these crazy jackets.
Yeah, it's all black.
Yeah.
If you're the LA Kings, you're like, you're
It's the
pissed.
Black Ice Collection.
This is where the LA Kings get pissed.
They're like, we're already doing it.
Yeah, you guys cut it out. That's our stuff. You pick the topic. You guide the show. It's listeners on the loose. You call us. You text us 206-803-ROCK. More of your calls, more of your texts at 9:36 on the Rock.
BJ and Migs, mornings on The Rock, 99.9 KISW.
I'm Snoop Dogg, and I'm giving up smoke. I know what you're thinking. Snoop, smoke is kind of your whole thing. But I'm done with it. I'm done with the coughing and my clothes smelling all funky. I'm going smokeless. Solo stove, fix 5. They took out the smoke. Now you can have a nice blaze without any clouds ruining your day. Go smokeless. Go to solostove.com. Tell them Big Snoop Dogg sent you.
Are you dealing with a personal injury? Don't go it alone. Turn to the experienced team at Phillips Law Firm. Their attorneys have helped thousands of clients get the compensation they deserve. Call Phillips Law Firm now. Call 1-800-JUSTICE or visit justiceforyou.com.
Lovers, your local lingerie and adult store has gifts of pleasure for partners who know it's nice to be naughty. Turn up the heat this holiday when you shop at any Lovers store. Let our knowledgeable team help you select the best pleasure presents and save 20% on your purchase with Lovers Afterglow rewards. Just mention Love 20 at one of our 18 Western Washington locations. Offer valid with free Lovers Afterglow rewards membership until December 31st. Some exclusions apply.
Coastal Farm and Ranch, just what your holidays need.
Unwrap all the best deals when you shop Coastal's Country Christmas Sale. Save $15 on men's and women's jeans, $49.99 and up. Select Georgia Romeos are $15 off and get 25% off all right-on toys.
Coastal Farm and Ranch, just what your holidays need.
Shop Coastal's Country Christmas Sale now through December 18th at Coastal.
99.9 KISW, The Rock of Seattle. It's listeners on the loose. 206-803-ROCK, the number to call, the number to text.
I do love this text because it's from the same guy who said he doesn't get why people would wear a grown man would wear another man's name on the back of a jersey.
Oh, he texted back.
He did text back, and he said, "I'll wear your jersey, BJ." LOL.
Oh, all right then.
I like that.
I got to get a jersey.
We brought
now.
it full circle.
See that? Thank you, sir.
We
I
need a
appreciate
BJ
that.
Shade jersey.
Yeah. Got to
Or,
get one of
or
those
just
made.
wear one of your jerseys that has another man's name on the back. You just save a couple dollars.
Yeah, that's a good point. I do have a couple of jerseys with my name on the back, though.
Boom.
Yeah.
Give it to him.
I think I might have to.
That'd be weird for him, though, because then he'd walk around and people might think he's you, and then he's got to deal with that.
Yeah, that's why I want to give him the jersey. Let him deal with the fallout of that. Because sometimes I meet people that don't like me. they go, "Oh, you're that guy."
He's like, he's a rockaholic, and it's so awesome. It was like such a flattering thing. He got when the Kraken jerseys first came out. He got one, and he got my name on the back with
That
number
is
40
awesome.
as like a joke about the whole emergency goalie thing. And I think it's so awesome. And I remember seeing him one time with it on, and I was like, "That's amazing." I don't even have a personalized jersey with my own name on it. He does. That's so cool.
Well, you're the one hockey player, man, that he looks up to.
That's right. And I'm
Yeah.
never leaving the team.
No. I mean, you were promised that position.
I never got it.
I feel like it's honorary. You know? You always have it.
I think they would lie for me if I wanted to keep that lie going. And they'd be like, oh, yeah, for sure. He's there all the time.
And look, Jerry Bruckheimer's the one that said it. He's the one that runs. I mean, his words, the final word.
Well, because when Grubauer was hurt, I saw like they had a couple of videos or pictures they were posting of them during practice, and they had, of course, Joey Decor, but they had a couple of their emergency backup goalies doing the practices with them.
Oh, boy.
So I photoshopped my name on the back.
Of course you did.
That was me, man.
There he is right there. 206-803-ROCK, the number to call, the number to text. It is listeners on the loose.
Someone wanted to text and says, I know it happened while you guys were on vacation, but I want to send a big shout out and love to Steve Poole. May he rest in peace.
Yeah, boy, we saw that news. That was, that guy was
unexpected.
And he was battling other stuff, and we thought he was okay because I think he survived his cancer that he had, but then this was, I forget, but it was something different.
Alzheimer's.
That's it, yes,
Yeah.
thank you.
And apparently he'd been battling it secretly.
Didn't know that.
Right.
Alzheimer's is a beating, too, because that is a
Heartbreaking.
slow, horrible thing that people have to deal with. And Steve, but the thing is, Steve Poole looked a lot younger than he was to me. Because, they said he was, doing weather here for 40 years.
Yes.
And I'm like, he doesn't even look like he's 40 years old. What are they? Okay. The guy, he always looked amazing.
Yeah.
And we had him on the show a couple times. Just great.
Always a great guy.
Yeah. So, lots of love, and our condolences go out to everybody in the family.
That was like a double take thing when you're scrolling on social media and you see a picture. I'm like, oh, cool. And then you read with them.
Yeah.
And I'm like, oh my gosh, 70 years old. And the outpouring of love. I mean, I think he was everybody around here. If you're you grew up watching this guy.
Yeah. Yeah. 40 years of doing weather in this town. So, yeah, you're going to get many generations that remember you. And, and always heard just what a solid stand-up guy he was.
What a team, too. Like the Como 4 team, especially when I first moved out here. It was him, Dan Lewis, Kathy Gertzen, Eric Johnson on sports, and then Steve Poole doing the weather.
Yeah, that was a dream team, and I was really fortunate that the three. I don't think we've ever had Eric a whole lot on the show, but we had Dan on the show. Well, maybe not this show, but he used to be on the show on the Buzz.
Yeah.
And Kathy Gertzen was really friendly, and she was a fantastic person.
Super
Kathy
nice.
was.
Yeah.
God, I really loved Kathy. She was a lot of fun. She had a great sense of humor for somebody who you go, okay, she's coming on the show. She's probably what am I going to do with these idiots? But she was just such a good sport about everything.
There was a time where I felt like when I first moved out here in the late 90s into the 2000s where all three of the networks, I don't include Fox just because at the time they really didn't have a team. I mean, eventually they did.
Yes.
But I'm thinking about the ABC affiliate, NBC and CBS affiliate. They all had their news teams were like rock stars.
Yeah.
They were all great.
Yeah, and they were there for a long time doing it.
Trying to now remember, it was a King 5 so you had Gene Anderson.
Yes, Gene Anderson, right.
Dennis Bounds.
Yes.
Paul Sylvie.
Of course.
Who's Weather?
Oh,
Crap.
man, yeah.
Danny, you would know.
Oh, I know. I see his face. Oh, my gosh, I could see his face, but I can't say his name. Oh, what the...
Was it Jim...
Jim Foreman was Danger Boy.
Right.
Oh, but what's his name? Oh, I know his face. I'm seeing him right now. He's pointing to the board right now. I see his face.
And then what was...
Oh, I can't say his name. I don't know his name.
So in Cairo, we had Steve Rabel. Oh, this is going to bother us.
I can see her face, too. Oh, why can't I remember her name?
So, I know. I can't
I'll tell you why, because I'm an old...
Yeah, well, it's been a minute, but they were all like rock stars at the time.
Yeah. Yeah, they were, and there were a lot of really cool Fox, Fox people.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah, but I'm blanking on all their names because they didn't stay long, but they were always buddies with our show.
Dan Devone.
Yeah, I remember Dan Devone was a big buddy of the show.
Walter Kelly, of course.
Yeah, and Walter Kelly. Yeah, definitely. And why? Of course.
Who's the blonde girl?
That's who I'm trying to think of.
Oh my gosh!
And there's the dark-haired woman as well.
Not Liz Dewicki. Obviously, she was great.
No, I know. Oh, I don't know.
Leslie.
Oh, yes.
Something.
Yes, Leslie.
Leslie.
She was great. Well, yeah, she was an attractive woman, but she was also fun with our show, too.
She was awesome.
Why can't I remember Leslie's last name? Why can't I remember my own name? Why can't I remember anything, Danny?
Leslie Miller.
Leslie Miller. God, and that is not a difficult name to remember. Gosh, why did I forget that? Yeah, Leslie Miller was awesome. She was, I mean, she was, you know, we were really fortunate that a lot of the TV people were cool people.
And I felt like Fox, when they decided to make their news team, they're like, we're just going to go with like attractive, younger news people.
Oh, yeah. This newscast brought to you by Smoke Show.
Yeah, it was. They were like the Smoke Show team.
Yeah, they really were. And I can't remember the dark-haired woman, too. Oh, she left, too. Maybe I think she's doing...
Andy Wappler? Was that the weather guy?
Andy Wappler was part of the gang, yeah.
Yeah.
Andy Wappler. No, he was Channel 7.
Okay.
And then I think his dad... Didn't he have his father? Wasn't it like Willie Wappler? No, that's the guy that makes the candy.
Wappler is not the guy who makes candy.
What was his dad's name? Oh, that's right. The Doppler with Willie Wappler or whoever Andy's dad was.
And Jeff Renner. That's the guy.
Jeff Renner, yes. That's the guy I could see from K5. Thank you.
Yes.
Thank you so much. Oh, man. What does this get us? Nothing.
No, nothing. But that was like a golden era for local TV news, I think, in here in the Seattle area.
You're right.
Like the 90s, 2000s. They just dominated.
And I remember Lori Matsukawa for King 5.
Mm-hmm.
I do remember she was always there a lot.
She was always there a lot. I think because she was employed.
That's usually what happens.
Yeah.
If you're employed, they let you show up and do your job every once in a while. Yeah, that's it.
Dan Devone doing sports on Q13.
Yeah, before Aaron Levine, Dan was the man for a long time.
Yep.
And Aaron might have been his backup for a little bit before he took over. I think. I could be wrong. And I don't.
Harry Wappler.
Yes, Harry Wappler. Thank you. I think really, if I'm him, I think I would have gone to Harry. You need a stage name. You need to be Willie Wappler. You need to be that. You know what? I think Harry probably should have gone back and made that move. There you go. Congratulations to all of them.
All of them.
And of course, again, the reason we're bringing it up is, of course, is that Steve Poole, great weather person for King Como Philo, passed away over the weekend and over the holiday. And this, it was tough news to see, but yeah,
legend.
Yeah, and so there you go. That's. Well, there you go. That's our touching tribute.
Someone wanted to go back to candy yam talk on The Rock.
Well, you and your daughter really combined for perhaps what have been the tastiest dish at your Thanksgiving.
Well, here, just a quick. So I didn't know we were having Thanksgiving at my house until a couple of days before Thanksgiving.
How do you not know that?
Well, I never bothered to ask.
Okay, you know what? I like the way you operate.
Because I went to my wife. I'm like, "Oh, we go to your grandma's or your mom's house for Thanksgiving?" She's like, "No, we're having it here." I'm like, "Oh."
And that's when your wife said, "Do you know how much I hate you? I am planning this gigantic party at our house." And you're like,
"Where are we?" It's not gigantic. There's like 6 of us.
Oh, all right.
It was a good size, though.
Yeah.
But I had no idea. I thought we were going somewhere. And I'm like, "Oh, great. I don't have to go anywhere. And I can watch the Hawks game and then go right to bed. This is going to be fantastic."
You just described the evening of a 75-year-old guy. Like you're so excited that you get to
drive. You got the puppy. You don't have to worry about that. We're home.
Honey, I'm going off to bed after the Hawks game because what did that end at 8:30
ish?
Yeah, you're like, well, time for bed. All right.
After that game, I wanted to just go to bed and sleep the pain away.
Yeah, you aren't kidding.
They said, do you mash the candied yams or do you cube them? My wife's family cubes them. My family always mashed them, and we use the mini marshmallows. They use full-size marshmallows, which is the right way. Both have butter and brown sugar.
I don't know if I've ever had cubed candied yams before.
I did it cubed only because that's what the Food Network ingredient recipe gave me. Oh, don't pardon me. I don't know how to make these things, so I just follow directions.
Look at you going. So are they? Is it still soft cubes?
Oh yeah, the potatoes are soft.
Okay.
Yeah. Well, the funny part was because my wife's like, "Oh yeah, we're not doing candied yams." I'm like, "Hell, that's my favorite thing. I'll do it then." So I go online and figure out how to make them.
And you're not really the best cook, so that's a scary proposition.
Questionable. No, I think I'm a great cook now.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay then.
And so I go online. I make the trek to the supermarket. That was crazy the day before Thanksgiving.
Yeah, that's a good move.
But it told me to cube them. I had no idea. So then as I'm doing it, my wife's like, "What? Don't you have to like puree it or like mash them or anything?" I'm like, "No." She's like, "No, usually you do." And I look and go, "Who's making these?" No, you or me. Pull the card, huh?
Look at this.
Like, look, if you want to make them, I'll go sit back down and watch some football. But you know what? Someone told me there weren't any candied yams being made, so I'm stepping up.
Wow.
I mean, I would rather her do it. But.
Yeah, I thought for sure she was going to step in, but you decided to show your pride for the Food Network.
So you cube them and then you throw them in the trash because that's the worst Thanksgiving side dish.
I didn't ask you. It was a big hit. People liked them.
Everyone loved it?
But everyone said the same thing. I never had them cubed before, and I didn't either. But I didn't bother to question it when the ingredients told me to do it. I thought maybe they'd melt in the oven. I don't know.
So I want to be quick. Because some people like to take praise and they'll just tell themselves anything. Because did they say anything else besides I never had them cubed before? Because when somebody says things like interesting or, well, this is a proper way.
No, did they actually these are fantastic.
Did they say fantastic?
Or maybe really good. I think
really good
might have been the
Did
term
they
that
say
was used.
passable?
They said they were edible.
Did they? I'm not sick now, so that's good.
They called us the next day to let us know that they're still alive.
Yeah, that's nice. I don't know how. I think I got COVID from your damn yams.
Bobby, I also thought it was strange, but I wasn't about to mess with what Food Network's telling me to do.
I guess not, but I think I would pick a different shape next year just to mess with people.
Oh, yeah.
Put them in the shape of a pentagon.
Okay.
I'm not cubing it. I'm triangling. I do my own thing.
Or make them into little circles, like little balls.
Little spheres.
The circle is complete.
Oh, that'll be my whole new thing. It'll be the candied balls.
Okay.
You know what? And make sure you get that sweaty balls flavor ice cream to go with it.
Each one has like a little marshmallow that melts on it, so it's white.
That does not look suggestible at all.
All right. Well, this is going to be my thing next year.
I think it's going to be your thing somewhere, probably in prison, but I applaud you for making
Just wait until everyone's like, did Steve bring his candied balls?
Yeah. He did to the penitentiary is what he did. All right, we have a big question that has to be answered. It has nothing to do with candy or any other shape. What do Ryan Castle and a couch have in common? You're going to find out at 9:52 on The Rock.
BJ and Migs, mornings on The Rock, 99.9 KISW. And now, the Ryan Castle question of the day.
What do Ryan Castle and a couch have in common?
Not unusual to find me battered out in the rain on any street corner of our city.
With a sign that says free on it.
Yeah.
Free.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, the text. Steve passes out drunk on top of both of them.
Yeah, it's tough, man. I see you do that a lot.
Steve rips farts on both.
Oh.
That's not true.
No, not on a couch.
I mean, I'd rather he didn't.
Yeah. On the couch.
Yeah, of course.
Correct.
There are some police in Florida that were looking for a 39-year-old woman named Stacy. She was wanted on a parole violation for selling fentanyl. So they searched her home on Tuesday and they're like, where the heck is she? They couldn't find her. And then finally they said, you know what? Let's check the couch cushions. Stacy was hiding inside the couch.
Awesome.
What now, I don't know if that's standard procedure and the cops go, you know what? If we can't find anybody, check the couch.
I'm picturing them like saying, we can't find her. Let's just take a seat for a second and talk about it. And then they sit down and they realize they're sitting on her.
Yeah.
At least that's how I pictured this.
That's a
Do you
great
think
way.
her mom still has it going on?
Oh, there we go.
If your name's Stacy, you're kind of screwed for life now, right? It's like Karen, Stacy.
Yep. How about Stacy's had a great history? Fraud, grand theft, passing bad checks, drugs, parole violation.
She sounds like fun.
She's got it going
Sounds like
on.
my kind of girl.
Yeah. Ryan Castle, what he's got going on is a 12-pack. That's next.
BJ and Migs, mornings on The Rock, 99.9 KISW.
Today's podcast was brought to you by Travis Gagne, bankruptcy attorney. He's here right now and has agreed to answer more of your questions about bankruptcy. Here's another question from a listener. I have a mountain of credit card bills and consumer debt. Can I still keep my house if I file bankruptcy?
Yes, you almost always can keep your home and your house, your car in a bankruptcy. Depending on what type of bankruptcy you file, would depend on whether or not, for example, you can keep your vehicles if you have payments on them still. You can almost always keep your home if you're current on the payments on your home, even in full bankruptcy. In Chapter 13, you can also keep those items. If you're behind on your house, you could catch your house payments up in a Chapter 13, take off a second mortgage in a Chapter 13. So keeping your primary assets like a home and car is almost always possible in bankruptcy.
Thanks, Travis. If you have more questions about bankruptcy, you can reach out to Travis anytime at choosetherightchapter.com. That's choosetherightchapter.com. And thanks for listening.
I'm Snoop Dogg, and I'm giving up smoke. I know what you're thinking. Snoop, smoke is kind of your whole thing. But I'm done with it. I'm done with the coughing and my clothes smelling all funky. I'm going smokeless. Solo stove, fix 5. They took out the smoke. Now you can have a nice blaze without any clouds ruining your day. Go smokeless. Go to solostove.com. Tell them Big Snoop Dogg sent you.
Have you been in an accident that wasn't your fault? Feeling overwhelmed and unsure what to do next? Look no further. The personal injury attorneys at Phillips Law Firm are here to help. Phillips Law Firm understands that accidents can turn your life upside down. That's why they're dedicated to fighting for the compensation you deserve and to making the process as stress-free as possible. Don't wait any longer. Call now, 1-800-JUSTICE, or visit justiceforyou.com.
Lovers, your local lingerie and adult store has gifts of pleasure for partners who know it's nice to be naughty. Turn up the heat this holiday when you shop at any Lovers store. Let our knowledgeable team help you select the best pleasure presents and save 20% on your purchase with Lovers Afterglow rewards. Just mention Love 20 at one of our 18 Western Washington locations. Offer valid with free Lovers Afterglow rewards membership until December 31st. Some exclusions apply.
Killers of the Flower Moon is now on digital.
Oh my God.
From director Martin Scorsese, Leonardo DiCaprio, Robert De Niro.
You got one more chance. I'm coming after you, son.
Killers of the Flower Moon. Buy it now on digital.